knowing what I wanted, knowing what I needed you to say. Reflections you used to see never look alike to me. Get out, get out, get out, get out of here. Can we get out, get out, get out of here? Good intentions never good enough. Can we get out, get out, get out of here? Going out my mind, never getting what I wanted, getting what I needed. I left myself behind, never knowing what I wanted, knowing what I needed you to do. Reflections you used to see never look alike to me. Get out, get out, get out of here. Can we get out, get out, get out of here? Good intentions never good enough. Can we get out, get out, get out of here? So do you wanna turn it around? And do you wanna show me how? You are a kaleidoscope. You are a kaleidoscope. So do you wanna turn it around? And do you wanna show me how? You are a kaleidoscope. You are a kaleidoscope. Get out of here. Can we get out, get out, get out of here? Good intentions never good enough. Can we get out, get out, get out of here? So do you wanna turn it around? And do you wanna show me how? You are a kaleidoscope. You are a kaleidoscope. So do you wanna turn it around? And do you wanna show me how? You are a kaleidoscope. You are a kaleidoscope.
You're listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9 FM, WTGZ Tuskegee, Auburn. Since 1995, Alabama's sports talk leader, Tiger Communications, proudly presents Sports Call. It's time to join our Sports Call crew as they discuss the latest headlines and happenings around Auburn and the entire sports world. To be part of the show, give us a call at 334-887-3401 locally or toll free at 1-888-9-TIGER-9. We're taking phone calls all show long and want to talk about whatever you've got on your mind. And now, coming to you live from the loveliest village on the plains, Auburn's first and Auburn's favorite sports talk show, Sports Call.
Welcome, Auburn, into another week of Sports Call, live on Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, and the Tiger Communications app. Also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Ryan Lavoie, the host of the program. Today, I am joined by Tom Peavy, Jack Myrick, and J.J. Jackson for this 3 hours on this Monday afternoon. Coming up on today's show, we will talk more Auburn football, of course, as they are now officially moved on from the fall camp part of it. They are into a mock game week this week as they are now 2 weeks away from the opener against Baylor, 12 days to be exact. It's getting closer and closer. We'll talk a little bit about what Al Scolish had to say and where the team is at as they get close to the Baylor game. We'll also talk about a few of the things in the college football world, including today we move on from our previews of the SEC teams. We completed that last week. We go into our preview of the conferences. We'll start with the group of 6 today and go on to the Power 4 each of the next 4 days. So group of 6 today will tell you some of the viable threats to the college football playoff, some interesting teams to note coming up in this cycle, in this season. We'll also, of course, have the best and worst of the weekend by the end of the program and your phone calls at 334-887-3401 locally or toll free 1-888-9 Tiger 9. Ryan, JJ, Jack, and Tom with you here today. Tom Peavy, how was your weekend, sir?
Weekend was good, and it's still very, very hot. I did hear your weather forecast on the way in, and it is supposed to cool off a little bit.
Couple degrees here and there.
Couple degrees here and there, but it's still hot, and it was hot all weekend. Just miserable to be outside doing anything. And then a very stormy weekend on the Friday night. I know a lot of the high school football games were affected by the summertime pop-up thunderstorms. So, but overall, it was a good weekend. Just nothing too crazy. Just kept up with a lot of different sports. Watched a little of the IndyCar race in Washington. I thought that was interesting, fun venue to watch that in, and keeping up with some of the Little League World Series. Enjoyed watching the Major League game last night between the Braves and the Brewers. So, yeah, man, just kind of keeping up with everything, and also just count down to the football season, seeing all the craziness going on with NFL players joining back into colleges and all that fun, crazy stuff. So, yeah, just overall, just a good, solid weekend.
Yeah, you mentioned the high school games. If you were listening right here on Tiger 95.9 on Friday night, Beauregard High School against Reeltown, unfortunately not able to get that game in. Called it 3 minutes to go in the second quarter due to the lightning and storms and the fact Reeltown already had a good enough lead to feel good about the game result there. So, it delayed several games across the area.
Well, at least got Glenwood. They awarded Glenwood a win, and they were only up 7-0 in their game, and canceled the rest of it and gave the win to Glenwood. And that's controversial.
Yeah. At least, I guess, would that have been an area game now? I guess it would have been.
It's a rivalry game. Yeah. Whether they're still in the same area, I don't know. But
so anyway, as far as the temperatures, I thought it was going to get down a couple degrees cooler already, but it's going to be more middle to end of the week. But it'll get off the mid-90s at some point. Jack Myrick, how are you doing, friend?
I am doing all right. Just making along. Just another kind of lazy week before football really starts. I guess it wasn't as lazy because Brooks and I were out at Lochapoka for Lochapoka versus Lynette game. That was one of the few games that did any weather delay.
No, wow.
We watched some lightning around us, but we made it through the whole game, all 4 quarters without a delay. It was a good ball game. Lochapoka took home the victory. They looked very strong, very good team. I mean, they had some size on that team, I'll be honest with you.
Lochapoka's got some big guys.
Yeah, they got some big boys on that team. But yeah, very impressive win for them to get the year started.
Did you get your fish sandwich?
I did not. I could smell it the entire broadcast. That's all I could smell. I wanted to make the joke to Brooks because, we were talking about footballs in the air. I was like, I'm not sure if it's football or the fish sandwiches, really, just because how much you could smell it. But other than that, a good weekend. Saturday, I was just lazy. I just laid in bed, just recovering from that, just tired because it was so hot pregame, especially. Brooks and I were making jokes at each other because Brooks likes to wear long sleeves, during the summer. You're like, why is he doing that? Because then I picked on, I was like, oh, you're wearing shorts, I was messing with him, like, oh, that's unprofessional or whatever, you need to be wearing pants. And sure enough, he was like, well, it was hot. I'm like, we talking about it's hot? You're wearing a jacket right now. It's like you're wearing a jacket and a long sleeve. So, but other than that, good weekend, lazy weekend per usual, and football is here, boys.
So you're saying he did wear the long sleeves?
He did the whole broadcast, And then he picked on me because they had water and stuff for us down in the press box. And I was like, hey, when he was down the field, the video I sent y'all of him walking, I texted him. I was like, hey, could you grab me a water on your way back up? And sure enough, he made a comment during one of our breaks. He goes, you've already drank that whole thing? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to sweat it off. And I'm tired, it's hot. Because I think I drank it probably in the first 15 minutes of having it. And he's like, you chugged that. It was a 16-ounce bottle, but still, I got some hate for it. I was like, dude, it's hot. Give
Yeah.
me a break.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it was still probably upper 80s when y'all were out there. I mean, it's pretty darn hot. I know Brooks likes to do the spiel of, I get cold in here, but there's nothing cold about upper 80s over the
No,
course
not at all.
of an evening. JJ Jackson, how are you doing, friend?
I'm doing well. I can add to the stories with Brooks Childress and his wardrobe choices. Really enjoyed over the weekend twice, able to go both days to the On to Victory card show. Those folks hooked us up, and we're going to be able to do some things on today's program here in just a little bit, which will be a fun activity for us to get into. But there were people, as Brooks was with me on Saturday, that were very much so questioning his decision to be wearing a long sleeve sweater at this card show. And
I think we should do the whole show questioning.
Yeah, we were
Brooks'
inside
wardrobe.
Neville Arena and sure, but there was just no awareness from Mr. Childress in regards to what the temperature was over the weekend.
It's worse. No, he's aware. He just doesn't care.
But then, then in the winter, he shows up short sleeve, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't agree with him at all, but it's
Yeah.
okay. We still love him to death.
Someone's got to figure him out.
Hey, let's be clear. We're not talking about him behind his back. He's literally standing in the doorway of the studio listening to
He's
us.
an old man. His
Beauty,
I only
he
can
is in
imagine.
frame right now.
Oh, he
He's
is in frame,
He's in the
okay.
corner
I
of the
only
frame.
can imagine.
But our radio listeners were unaware of where Brooks
Yeah.
was.
There you go.
was,
There you go.
I only can
remember
imagine
we're in
though
multiple
his
mediums.
grandkids going over to his house and it's 85 degrees in there, and he's like, "It's cold." And it's like, "Grandpa, please."
The good news is that should be good for the power bill. That's
Yeah.
the one. But he's never argued that. He's
Yeah.
never one time been like, I'm a really good power saver with my wardrobe. And
Yeah.
And I'll just say this, because I've been away for 11 days, got back this weekend, but had been back home in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm from Asheville. if
Oh, I was
people
about to
didn't
say.
know.
heard of it.
I did not know that.
yeah.
That's crazy.
We
From
did
Asheville.
a town named Tuesday. I think
While I
that-
was away,
I think
yeah.
I think we mentioned that in.
Yeah, I'm from there.
Zeus
As
mentions
soon
it.
as I got back, I'm like, golly. I mean, it was hot up in North Carolina, but fellas, this is just different here on the
Yeah.
plains. Sheesh.
Yeah, it is different. I was out there again a couple times this weekend playing golf.
It's too hot, man.
And I am proud to say, I say this with a caveat. Okay, this is probably one of the easier courses you'll play. It's the new 9 holes at the greens. Okay, not the former 9 holes, the link style 9 holes. But I shot my lowest score on 9 holes ever. I shot 1 over par 37
Hey,
this
look
weekend.
at you.
So again, that place is not penalizing when you hit errant tee shots, unless it's the couple of holes that goes out of you got
Yeah.
trees line. So you just kind of keep hitting solid shots, and if you putt well, which I lucked a couple in from 30 plus feet.
Let's get back
so,
out there again with Tom.
Yeah,
Let's do
Good.
that.
I'm down.
we should.
Labor Day Sunday.
I'll film it for y'all so we have some.
What's
That's
the
the day after
Yeah.
the Baylor game.
Oh yeah, should be fun. I'm free.
Yeah.
NFL hasn't started yet.
Yep. I was. That's what I was questioning. Like, is that the first week in NFL? No,
Or
you're
are we
right.
doing it at the greens? I was like, that's even easier. That's
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
Tom
that's
to see
where-
this
yeah.
new course. I haven't seen the new course.
Yeah.
Or you
Okay.
play
Well,
it all
here's
the
the
time.
here's the problem though with the new course. Just so everyone's aware, it's a walking only course.
Oh, really?
Because they don't
JJ's
have
now
cart
out.
paths. Because they don't have cart paths, and because it's all tight together.
Oh
You would
boy.
because to be fair, when you're out there,
I mean, that's some good exercise, but
you would be walking. I mean, you would be driving a cart right in someone's line of shot every single time, whether you're on that hole or not, because they're all tight together. So if you've got, say, the first fairway, okay, and you've got your fairway, what separates the first fairway from not only the 6th fairway but also the 3rd fairway is about a 10-yard wide bit of rough. And between, like, it'll be like a circular patch of rough. And then you'll have 10 yards, you go 10, 15 yards, and it'll just be fairway. So it's just fairway into fairway. And then a next patch of rough. And then the next patch of rough. Like these really, I mean, they're thick, 10 to 15 yards of thick rough. And then you get a break for 10 to 15 yards, then more rough, and so on and so forth. So the point is, technically, what's separating each fairway is 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah.
And it's all open, no trees. So if you had carts, I mean, you'd be constantly, because you're not going to have people hitting
Right.
straight drives all the time and all that. You'd constantly be in peril. So the point is
Maybe
that
we'll
it's,
just do carts again.
well,
then.
or maybe we'll do the normal 9 holes that's always been there.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
with
but-
carts.
yeah.
But see, I'd be more able to do it on one of your early mornings, like on a Tuesday or Wednesday early morning.
Yeah.
Then a Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. Sundays are rough for me.
Because you're up late on
Friday and Saturday are
Yeah.
long.
Okay. Well, I'm serious. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down.
Yeah. I'll
I
wake up
need to get
whenever.
I need
Yeah.
to get the clubs out. I haven't swung them in a long time. So
Well, again, and that's the other thing about the links course that's nice. Again, just make solid contact. And even if it's 30 yards left, you'll find it.
Yeah.
You'll need to get back online.
So across
but-
these 9 holes, there's not a single bunker?
No, there's a couple bunkers, but they're not many.
Yeah.
There's not one on 1, 2, 3. It comes into play, I guess, on the left side of 4. There is one. There's 2 on 5, none on 6, none on 7, none on 8, none on 9. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's only like 3 that come into play.
those aren't the only hazards. Apparently, there's very large water moccasins out there
Yeah.
as well.
Did I show you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cottonmouth. Yeah, wasn't great. Didn't love it. Didn't interact with it further though, so that was the good news. Haven't seen it since. I played that like 3 times
Yeah.
since, and played the normal course a couple times, and so it's not been seen since, and we're just going to
Be good with that.
not want to see it again. So anyway, yeah, we'll have to do that at some point.
I'm
but
down.
again, I still say even with shooting the 37, what handicap am I? Still like a 16.
Right.
Okay, I'm not I am not gonna go out to RTJ, shoot a couple over. So just to be clear, it's just that's a really good course. You're just trying to work on making solid contact and getting yardages right and all those type of things. So had a good weekend. Was busy out in the course. That's the last weekend I'll be here. Before football season, like have the ability to do that because I'll be out of town this weekend, and then the next weekend we get going with Auburn football. So looking forward to that. Let's briefly talk Auburn. We'll take a break, and we got a host of phone calls to get to. So Auburn now doing a mock game week this week. They are officially done with fall practice. I don't know if you guys saw the video. What closed fall practice this weekend was they had to catch 8 out of 10 punts to avoid like a 40-minute walkthrough or something like that. They technically caught 7.
Yeah.
If you watch the video, the last member was Vontrell King Williams, and he totally dropped it. But I forgot who it was.
Jake White
Jake White
from Lee Scott Academy.
caught it on the deflection, so the ball never hit the ground. So they count it, and they said, "No, you're good. That's the end of fall practice." So that's what technically closed it. But Coach Golish having a press conference today. We'll probably air that on the show tomorrow. And we're now transitioning into a real period. I mean, this is going to, again, even though they don't play this Saturday, this is going to be what their week is going to shape out like moving forward. And it's just a nice little reminder of how close we are and that this thing is getting real now.
Yeah. Well, and these are the days that you really start putting in that direct game preparation for Baylor. That
Yes.
Instead of we're needing to try to learn this system and teach this Auburn system and how we're going to do things here. Now is like the system, you know what you're supposed to do. Here's what we've seen on film, and here's what we're going to do in 2 Saturdays, and we are going to prepare specifically for what we've got to do in Atlanta. And that's when you really know you're close, when you're actually like, hey, here's film, and this is what we've got to do in 2 weeks. So I still like everything I've been hearing. Coach Golish is, he hasn't just been full on like, hey, we are going to be so good, people don't realize it. He's been very kind of timid with how big the expectations are. He's saying that things are going good, but what he was talking about just kind of I know situational football, but then he was also, I guess, talking about just like general leadership in the locker room as a team. He's like, we're still trying to get there. We're not there yet. And so those are the things that are going to come with a little more time with everybody kind of together and figuring things out, because I mean there's still so many brand new guys on this team that are still trying to find themselves in the town of Auburn and at the university and around players and just all these different things. So this is not one of those things that's just going to happen for Auburn overnight. It's going to take some work, and I think that's one of the things that Alex Golesh has talked about in his press conferences. There's things that still have to be worked on to get this team to where it needs to be.
I totally agree. The fact that we're so close and people are getting ready to get into it's smart of this coaching staff and team to be like, this is what a mock game week is going to look like. Alex Golesh is going to have his weekly press conferences on Monday at noon, and we're going to make this thing happen. We're going to feel what the off days are like, what practice is going to look like. We'll have the debut of Tiger Talk on Wednesday here in the area for him to get folks excited about the weekend. I saw over the weekend on the What's Happening in Auburn and Opelika Facebook group, some people posting that, I've been able to take my RV out over the weekend to make sure it's in a good spot. Like, that's how close we are, I guess, to kind of football season being here and wanting to get to the perfect tailgate locations, home or away. Is that I saw some posts of people trying to make sure it was cranking up the way they remembered their RV would during the fall and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, it's here. It's here. What a luxury to have an RV, by the way.
Sure. Yeah, no, I can't say that I
can't relate to that lifestyle, but envious.
I don't know. But, yeah, man, again, I'm getting excited about it. One thing I did note from Alex Golesh's presser today, did like the red zone stuff better than he had last week. He mentioned using some bigger backs. I'm going to assume that means Bryson Washington.
Right.
Also using more tight ends, which, again, I've talked about last week. Despite having the wide split offense, Golesh has plenty of two tight end sets, sometimes with them both in the backfield at the same time. So I imagine some of that was employed. And again, the onus on being able to run the football in tight spaces, is always execution-wise so important, and that's when they're going to really need the offensive line to be doing good work, and that's when they're going to sort through their assortment of running backs to be able to figure out the best mode of operation there. So I like to hear that because, again, I think that they, as Tom said, Alex Golesh has been very clear that they're behind, or not behind, but they're not pleased with a couple of their elements in terms of situational football and things just about being smart and that sort of thing. So executing the red zone is a situational thing where we always look at those red zone numbers, and they're always really important to finishing these drives with touchdowns rather than field goals. All right, let's take our first time out of the program here today. On the other side of this break, a bunch of phone calls on the Sports Call phone line. You're listening to the Monday edition of Sports Call live on Tiger 95.9.
We need a timeout. Sports Call will be back after this quick break.
Weather brought to you by Auburn University Credit Union. Looking for the best credit card rate in town? The rate on Auburn University Credit Union's MasterCard starts at 7.9% APR. That's right, 7.9% APR. For more information or to apply, visit one of their 3 locations or myaucu.org. Annual percentage rate. Auburn University Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender.
High temperatures today will be right around the 90-degree mark as we see mostly sunny skies. About a quarter of the area could see an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Lows will be into the upper 60s, maybe around 70 overnight. Tomorrow, most places will not get to 90 degrees as we start a trend of days into the mid to upper 80s. So tomorrow, upper 80s across the area and a bit wetter. We will see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms develop into the afternoon and evening hours. Around 40% of the area could see some rain with lows right around 70 degrees. I'm Ryan Lavoie for your Tiger Communications weather update.
Every day we power homes and businesses in our communities, but we also power something else.
bright futures for our youth. We visit classrooms to speak on topics ranging from career opportunities to leadership skills. And we help make college possible by providing scholarships to deserving students. Bright futures are ahead, and we help make it happen. Brought to you by Tallapoosa River Electric Cooperative.
It's a new day in Beauregard, and Tiger 95.9 is your home for all the action. Hey folks, this is Tim Sin, voice of the Beauregard Hornets, inviting you to tune in all season long for all the action from this new look team. Listen every game day starting 30 minutes before kickoff for complete coverage of Hornet football from the entire broadcast crew. Listen wherever you go with the free Tiger Communications app. It's another year of Hornet football live on Tiger 95.9. You don't want to miss it. Brought to you by Sons Ford, the Honey Baked Ham Company, May Refrigeration, Lifesavers Mission Thrift, Tiger Iron Gym, and TK's Convenience Stores.
Football season is here, Auburn. Let Waldo's Chicken and Beer on South Collins Street take care of the cooking for your next tailgate. We offer catering with delivery so you can spend more time enjoying the game and less time in the kitchen. Watching from home, we got you covered there too. Waldo's proudly supports our local high school teams, and we offer convenient to-go orders for your away games. Reserve your catering dates now at a.u.catering@waldos.com. Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Let us handle the food while you handle the fun. Looking for great deals while supporting a great cause? Visit Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store, conveniently located on East University behind Zaxby's. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 until 5 with a huge selection of furniture, clothing for the whole family, books, home decor, and so much more. Have items to donate? We'll gladly accept donations at the back of the store from 10 until 4. Shop, donate, and make a difference at Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store, where every purchase helps change lives.
From the very beginning in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been to promote our community, see businesses flourish, and improve the livelihoods of local citizens. We have operated a simple and straightforward business model built on a foundation of sound business decisions and a caring response. Our local team stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC. Online at auburnbank.com.
We're done paying the bills. Now back to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9.
Welcome back. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call, Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, the Tiger Communications app, and streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at Sports Call Auburn. Ryan, JJ, Jack, and Tom with you here this afternoon. All right, let's get to our phone calls now on the Sports Call phone line, 334-887-3401 locally, or toll-free 1-888-9-TIGER-9. First up here today,
James from Montgomery.
James joins us. James, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and War Eagle.
War Eagle.
I know that I'm actually ready for this college football season to actually start, and I'm just going to look at week 0 before I actually look at the first week of the college football season to see who's going to look like a championship contender when it comes to like December and January of next year.
Yeah, not many highly valued teams playing in week 0, so probably won't see a lot of championship contenders on this coming up Saturday, but we're certainly glad to have it back, and there'll be a few games that could ultimately matter in the ultimate picture.
Yes, as well, because, I mean, week 0 is going to be a lot of games being played, and then some of the games are going to be played later on that evening. So I know they got a lot of games going on for week 0. I know some of them are going to be on certain networks, like ESPN is doing one from Ireland, which I think that's going to be with North Carolina and Notre Dame from Ireland.
TCU.
That's going to be
TCU.
Yeah, TCU. Yeah. So that's going to be the first game, and then the second one would be, I think the second one would be like later on, probably around like 2 o'clock, close to like 3. I'm not sure on the second game as well.
NC State versus Virginia. Yeah.
Yes, that one is going to be a good one that I'm going to watch. And then I'm going to be watching Alabama State and Southern University. That's going to be a good classic matchup. That's going to be in Birmingham, so that's going to be good as well. So I'm going to be watching that one. And then on Sunday, they're going to do Tuskegee, and I think it's Tuskegee University, and I'm not sure who they play for their first game as well.
Yeah, looking forward to week 0 across the board. Glad to have football back in just a few short days.
Yes, as well. And then did you all actually hear about the new quarterback that's going to be playing for the University of Alabama as well? And do you think that he's going to look do you think that he has a chance of actually getting into the Heisman Trophy race as well?
Keelan Russell, winning the job at Alabama, as many did expect throughout the process. I mean, I don't know if I'd go Heisman in year number 1. He was a highly touted guy coming out of high school, or at least a highly ranked guy coming out of high school. And, I think that they're very hopeful for what he will do this year. I don't think I would put him in the Heisman conversation to start the season at all. But, we'll just have to see what his impact is like. Again, got a lot of ability and potential, but many have great ability and don't realize their potential. So we'll see where he lands on that spectrum.
Yes, as well. And then I was looking at for the NFL, and I know that yesterday I was looking at Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders, and they were actually making some rude comments on Deshaun Watson, saying that he's not a good quarterback for Cleveland. And do you think that they need to make a change from Deshaun Watson to actually start Shedeur Sanders for week 1 when the actual season starts in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, some people were surprised that they are going to start Deshaun Watson. I felt Shedeur had a little better preseason than him, particularly game 2 was a lot better than Deshaun Watson. His post-game comments after the game were also not good in terms of getting at the fans. And look, I understand where he's coming from. He has a right to feel that way. I mean, it's never good to be cheered when you get injured and also to be booed when you come back. So I get that, but also you can't kind of say that stuff to the media. So I am a little surprised that he is the starting quarterback today, but obviously Cleveland will give him a look. And, if he does not perform well, Shedeur will end up taking that job at some point.
Yes, because when I actually heard that press conference after that, I think they won that game. I have to look back at that. But the press conference I actually heard from Deshaun Watson when the fans were actually, booing him because he left, with the injury, and then he's gonna come back and play for, after that injury, he's gonna play again. And then they're just, trying to make him feel like he's wanted in Cleveland. But they were actually saying if they're not going to look at Deshaun Watson, do you think that Archie Manning might be a good fit for the Cleveland Browns in 2028 or 2029?
Yeah, Arch Manning. We'll see how he plays at Texas this year. He's still definitely going to have the opportunity to be a big-time pro prospect, but he does need to have a better year at Texas this year first. So it's all going to depend on how he plays, how the Browns play this year, and where they are in the draft order. But, he will – if he has a good year, he'll be taken very early in the draft. And in general, we expect the Browns to have a really bad year. So that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yes, as well. And then on this NFL thing, do you all think that college athletes that are already not playing in college and they're playing in the professional league, do you think that they should have a chance to come back to play college football with some of the teams that they actually, left the college football season behind them and just playing professional football as well? Like if there's like Fernando Mendoza, if he's playing for the Las Vegas Raiders, do you think he might come back and play college as well? How do you all would feel about that as well?
Yeah, no, so the players that being questioned here would be guys that would be unable to make 53-man rosters in the NFL, so it wouldn't really apply to top picks like Fernando Mendoza. But in general, no. I mean, I don't like the bounce back and forth. These are two separate things, and to go back to college after you've gotten rid of your eligibility by signing a pro contract and being in a training camp here trying to make a team, I think it's all pretty nonsensical. And but it looks like some of these parties will end up winning. So I think we'll see a few of them on the field this year.
Yes, as well, because I know with the college football season coming in, I was actually listening to Paul Feinbaum, and he was saying that do you all think that Indiana will make another run at the national championship this year, or do you all think that's just something that he's trying to say for Indiana fans as well?
I mean, I think they're good enough to have the opinion that they could. I don't think that's my opinion that they'll go win it this year. I think they can be a playoff team and be very competitive, and I do trust Kurt Cignetti already. But, yeah, no, I don't think that they're going to go win the title this year, but I think they can be a really good team.
They'll be in the mix.
Yes, that's all. Because I mean, they would be in the mix of the playoff contention, or like winning the Big 12 or something of that nature. But when they actually put a lot of teams in that light of the national championship, it has to be somebody that's good. Like, I haven't seen TCU actually play in the national championship. I would like to see them play in the national championship this year, or USC, or Georgia, or Florida, for that matter, to actually put them in the national championship contending spot as well.
Yeah, some of those teams have been recently, including TCU, who lost to Georgia a few years ago. But, yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out this year. Any final thoughts for us today, James, before to let you go?
The only final thoughts I actually have is I'm actually ready for this big weekend for college football, and I'm actually going to be watching Team USA actually playing for their chance of playing in the international tournament that's going to start September the 3rd. It starts the 3rd, and it runs from September 3rd all the way through to the 14th of September, so I'm actually ready for it as well.
Sounds good. We'll have to see how it goes.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to y'all guys tomorrow. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
War Eagle. That is James from Montgomery joining us on the Sports Call phone line.
I was going to say the Tuskegee football, for those out there wondering. August the 30th, Tuskegee plays West Alabama in the Red Tails Classic in Montgomery.
There you go. So that also coming up here this weekend. All right, back to the Sports Call phone line we go, 334-887-3401 locally, or toll-free 1-888-9 Tiger 9. Next up, we have
Matt from Casita.
Matt joins us. Matt, how are you doing today?
What's up, Ryan?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, JJ? My friend, JJ.
Hey, man. Good to hear from you, Matt.
Tom, my friend Tom, my cousin's friend. Tom, the cool, the radical, the awesome. Tom the man!
What's going on?
What do you guys think about Auburn, a 7-point favor against Baylor? Don't you think that should be a higher?
I figured it would have been higher, but, without anybody knowing exactly how good or bad this Auburn team is, I mean, I'll take them being favored. So, yeah, my brain says it should be a little more than that, but the people that do the voting stuff like that in Vegas, they usually know what they're talking about. So, I mean.
Well, last time we played Baylor, we beat them 34-28.
38-24. Yeah. I mean, again, we'll see if the line moves at all. I hadn't seen that 7-point line. You would expect Auburn to win by more than that, but Auburn's still with a new coach and, everything going for their first game of the year too. I mean, again, I don't expect Auburn to be favored so widely that it's just an anticipated blowout. So, Maybe it ticks up a couple of points, but I think it's just more of not knowing what to expect on a national perspective from Alex Golesh.
I got Auburn winning 45-28.
And may very well happen.
That'd be a big statement win.
But with betting lines, they tend to run a little bit lower than you think in terms of not having as big a blowout to what ultimately can happen. But we'll see what it ends up at.
And another question is for Tom. This is one for you. Oh, hey, Jack.
Hey, Matt.
What's up?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. Jack, this question is for you, JJ, and Tom. And Ryan, you can jump in if you want. But what do you guys think about Georgia, a 47 chance of winning against, I think it's Texas Tech or something? Do you guys know who I'm talking about?
A Georgia versus Texas Tech game?
Well, Georgia's playing someone they're favored by
Tennessee
47.
State?
Yeah, Tennessee State. It's week 1.
How good is Tennessee State? How good are they? Do you guys know?
They're a tiny little school. Georgia's paying them a lot of money to come in there and beat their brains out. So that game won't even be remotely close.
Made the NCAA tournament in basketball.
Yeah.
Too bad it's football.
Yeah.
Well, I got Georgia winning 54-16.
I think they'd be lucky to even score 16 points on Georgia.
Yeah.
That's going to be kind of a pick your score. Georgia will have their third stringers in there by the fourth quarter.
Okay. And another thing, I saw that Keyshawn Hall lost his fifth year eligibility because he went to the transfer portal. Does that mean he can't play anymore?
Yeah, it was the court case in Colorado, which was the kind of the blanket waiver for everybody, got overturned last week and said that they are not letting those players that have already moved on have that eligibility. So the only ones that have it are ones that had already been a part of lawsuits and other legislative decisions in other states and other areas. So Keyshawn just had the blanket waiver. So as of right now, he is now not eligible.
Okay. But Kevin Overton is still eligible because he's a senior this year.
Yeah, Kevin Overton had nothing to do with those eligibility issues.
Okay. What was I going to say? Tom.
Yes.
Randall said he had a good time in Milwaukee and Minnesota, but the Braves lost.
Yeah.
And he said they're not doing too good.
Yeah, the Braves won last night, but they got to try to figure it out because the Phillies are getting really hot and they're going to get chased down if they're not careful. But yeah, I'm glad Randall had a good time up there.
Yeah, and so. But JJ, you say you're going to be at the game on the 5th?
I will be at the Auburn football game in Atlanta. Yes, that's right.
Oh man, I wish you were at my game.
Yeah, that'd
You
be
want-
awesome if I could be there, man. But I got to work. We got to go work these games. So
Jack, what are you doing on the 5th?
I'll also be working, but kind of
gotta
in a
work.
different,
Yeah, he's
in a
gotta work
different
the game, too.
capacity.
Hey, Tom, you're going to try to come out and watch it.
We'll be excited to hear all about it once it happens, though, Matt. It'll be exciting for us. Let's do the cheer, buddy, and we'll get you out of here.
I'll
5.
run for you guys.
Awesome, man. You ready for the cheer?
I'm born ready.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. War Eagle. Hey!
Hey!
Beat
them
Bama!
500! 2.
Booyah!
Booyah! War Eagle!
Have a good Monday. Thanks, Matt. See you, pal.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Hey, Matt. That is Matt from Casita Matt for Auburn joining us on the Sports
Puts
Call
a smile on your face. That's awesome. Football season will be here, and we'll hear that band playing that very song.
Yeah.
That's special.
All right, back to the Sports Call phone line again, 334-887-3401 locally or toll-free 1-888-9-TIGER-9. Next up,
Ward Dam Steve.
retired War Dam Steve joins us. Steve, how are you doing today?
We find I'm wondering if you're really concerned about the mental health Mr. Brooks Childress.
Yeah, not understanding when to wear proper
Yeah.
clothes depending on the temperature outside. I'm also concerned, Steve.
Well, as a retired former licensed professional counselor, I'm wondering, is he off his medications again, or does he need to be on them?
Yeah, one of the two. That's
I think
for
he needs
sure.
to be on
I was
them.
going to say, that's a loaded question.
Okay, and I'm looking at you guys right now. And JJ, I'm telling you right now, if I didn't know that you were out of high school, I'd say he looks like he's still in high school. Okay,
I want to keep this young face forever.
Jack, you look older than JJ, man.
I don't even want to know what I look like. I just have
I'll say you're tied. You're tied with me, looking like old as dirt.
There you go. I literally got the shiny head going.
I believe you, Tommy. You passed for a
We
freshman.
love the shiny head, Tom.
That's right.
We love the
And
shiny
Ron,
head.
Ron, you looked the part of being the guy from WRC. Was it WRC Cincinnati? The
WKRP.
Yeah, WKRP. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's get to it, guys. The time is short. Well, let's go with the complete idiocy category, okay? And this comes, of course, from the athletic. I love those guys. And what do I see that comes up? It says, wait, this really can happen? Yeah, I guess it is, right? We're talking about who? Daquan Wright,
Oh, yeah.
waived by the Cleveland Browns, announced his intention to head back to college and play at LSU. Now, it says here that apparently there was a judge in Louisiana who said it was okay for him, but the NCAA is filing an appeal for that. However, guys, the obvious question is to not go to these guys, these players, but, hey, Lincoln, I want you to say no, just say no. You remember just say no?
Yeah.
So the coaches can stop this crap, right, and just say, no, we're not allowing it.
They can, but they're not going to.
They're not going to, Ron. So
Right.
I beg the question, why the heck not?
Because they want to win.
Is it greed?
Because they want to win. I mean, it's simple as that. They're going to do everything they can to win, and if they're going to not take advantage of something like that, they know someone else will. So no one's going to really decline to do that if they're offered the opportunity. Again, we still got to see who becomes eligible, and if those get overturned, which I do hope that they do. But it's not going to be just Lane. I assure you.
I see that he just got another one,
You
too.
have to have someone. No, I'm sorry for interrupting you, Ron, but there has to be someone who stands up and says, this is not right, this is not ethical, and we're going to be the first one who says, no, we'll put a stop to it. And then other people will then have the courage to say, yeah, we're not going to go along with it either. But if everyone capitulates, then no one stands up.
I get it, Steve, but as I told you several times before, sports are not going to be the paradise of ethics. So they're not gonna simulate doing all the right things and taking a little bit of a humble approach or doing the right thing, as you said. I mean, they're going to try to win, and they're going to bend and test every rule that they can to do that, and that's across the board in all these major sports.
Okay, well, I just hope that our guys at Auburn don't capitulate to this kind of, to me it's corruption. It's outright corruption to let these people back in. You can disagree with me, but I'm standing to that definition. I tell them to their face, okay? Don't do this, okay? Now, we'll move on. The NCAA has filed a lawsuit over this, correct?
Yeah, again, they've got the blanket one overturned, but there were still local cases like what make Daquan Wright eligible in Louisiana and maybe a couple other places that they're going to have to contest also. But, it's not – for example, I forget the name already. We hardly knew but Auburn basketball did already get one of these guys. Colby King from Utah State. He was one of those guys going to get an extra year. Now, of course, he hadn't gone off to the NBA or anything, but he was going to get an extra year. And now he's not eligible because of that ruling. So there's still – the majority became ineligible because of that. Is it a done deal? We'll see. There could still be appeals and that sort of thing, but there's still some of these local rulings that are standing in favor of some of these guys, like these guys going to LSU.
Okay, and then there's ongoing saga from Athletic. You may want to read it in full about Mark Walter, and it's not over yet. Did you also know that he owns 27% in the LA Dodgers?
Oh yeah, It's a well talked about point in MLB right now.
And apparently, a lot of their buying whoever they want for their, I'm talking about the Dodgers, their team, is based on all these wealthy people like Mr. Walter having all this money that they've set aside in some kind of stocks and investments. Who knows? But I guess they can outbid anybody they want to now, right?
I mean, that's what they've been doing, but again, we'll
Yeah.
have to see. I mean, the feeling around MLB is that he could end up selling a stake in the Dodgers. It's very uncertain right now.
Yeah. And what's going on with the Braves guy? Are they choking at this point? What? I mean, they're only 3 games ahead of the Phillies, right?
They've definitely stopped hitting. They've had immense offensive difficulty last week or two, and also it's the Phillies who have won 9 in a row. If the Phillies are 4-5 or 5-4 in this stretch, I'm not sure that's being much talked about right now. The Braves would still maintain a healthy lead, but when you win 9 in a row like that, you're going to emphasize the Braves having like a 3-6, 3-7 stretch like they've had. So I mean, we both said we'd be a little surprised, if the Braves did blow the division, but they very well could. Obviously, they could, and I still think they'll make playoffs, but they've got to pick up the bats here.
So how many more games are left? Do you know?
Still about 30-ish, 30 to 35. Yeah.
And the Braves have a bunch head-to-head with the Phillies, which
got 7 more with Philly, I think. 6 or 7 more.
So those they've got to definitely win. Okay. Now, moving on to a more brighter piece of, I guess, of information here. How about this quote? You tell me who said it over the weekend. It happened over the weekend. I'm just happy for the kids, man. It ain't nothing about me. It's about the kids that work their tail
Sammy
off.
Coates.
I'm glad these kids. Wow, you're a psychic.
Yeah.
Great story
Sammy
from
Coates
over the weekend.
Finally did it. I could not believe that they had not won. How many? 101 games they had lost consecutive.
Since 2015.
Yep,
And
October.
where in the world? Where is Columbia High?
It's up near North Alabama, up in the Huntsville area.
Okay, and they were losing 14-0 from what I read from the article, and then came and won 41-14.
Great for them.
It's a Sammy Coates. However, since you guys like this kind of stuff too, hold on, my friends. They're not the worst team because I thought they were, but they're not. There's a place called Red Lake, Minnesota, is, according to Athletic, the only school with a longer losing streak. You want to guess what their losing streak is?
Oh, I didn't know there was
before
one.
I tell you.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah,
longer,
because everybody
so,
was saying that Columbia's was the nation's longest high school losing streak.
No. The Athletic says, hold on, not so fast.
I'm going to
There
guess
is some
200.
team. Oh, that's pretty close. The Minnesota school in Red Lake, Minnesota has lost, hold on, 150 consecutive games dating back to 1999.
Gosh.
Now, I'm saying, why do they still have a football program?
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
got to believe, Steve. You got to believe.
Believe what?
That win will eventually come.
Hope can be a dangerous thing. Oh, my God. So that's it. I'll have maybe more time tomorrow because I wanted to read some comments to you, but time is running out about the exit survey comments from Nathan King and Jason Caldwell from fall camp. I don't know if you read their comments, but some of them seem pretty encouraging. But I know time is up. I know my time is way up. So I enjoy looking at all you guys later on because I enjoy all your comments and watching you guys. Do we not get to see Brooks Childress wearing a fur coat or anything? I mean, I'd like to get a video of that.
He'll be back for tomorrow, so we'll ask him to put the fur coat on. I'm sure he'll have no problem.
If it's 97 out, he might wear it.
Yeah.
Well, when he does that, can you rack up the temperature inside the studio to maybe about 98, something like that?
Well, then we'll all suffer.
Yeah.
Well, just a few minutes. Just asking me, how you feeling? How you doing?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
All right, my time is up. Thank you guys for your time, and until next time, War Eagle.
War Eagle Steve, we appreciate that is retired War DM Steve joining us on the Sports Call phone line. Yeah, now everyone can see. It was Brooks has always done this, but now the visual part of it can be
More
we
people
we
can
prove
become
it,
aware
yeah.
of what's happening.
Indeed. All right, we are out of time for hour number 1 of the program. Stay tuned. We're going to do some card opening a little bit later in the program. And, again, we'll go through the group of 6 as we look forward to who will make the playoffs out of the group of 6, who will be the teams that will determine that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call on Tiger 95.9.
One hour of our show is in the books. We've got more to come. Stay tuned for another hour of Sports Call right after the break.
Looking for great deals while supporting a great cause? Visit Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store, conveniently located on East University behind Zaxby's. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 until 5 with a huge selection of furniture, clothing for the whole family, books, home decor, and so much more. Have items to donate? We'll gladly accept donations at the back of the store from 10 until 4. Shop, donate, and make a difference at Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store, where every purchase helps change lives.
TK's Convenience Stores are your one-stop shop from Auburn to the Lake and Tallahassee to Tuskegee. Offering friendly service and a clean environment, there is sure to be a TK's located near you. Stop by on your way to and from work or school and pick up everything you need, from beer, soft drinks, and fresh hot coffee to food, snacks, and ice cream. Plus, automotive and household products, pet food, and an ATM in every store. Just look for the orange and blue Starburst sign and stop by your local TK store today. TK's Convenience Stores, they're your one-stop shop.
For over a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. More than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. It's also the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times. A new bill in Congress would ensure this free, reliable service remains in cars. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to support the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hey everybody, this is Brandon Maxwell with Fairway Auto Brokers. Back to school deals are here and you deserve a new ride. With over 150 of the finest pre-owned vehicles in stock, we make car buying fun and easy for the whole family. As Lee County's #1 place to buy a pre-owned vehicle, come see why Fairway is the difference. Visit us at www.fab-auto.com or stop by today at 1777 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Alabama.
It's heating up at Suns Ford in Auburn with the hottest sale of the year. Now's the time to save big on a huge selection of new Ford trucks, SUVs, and cars. Whether you're looking for a rugged F-150, a family-friendly Explorer, or a fuel-efficient Escape, you'll find incredible deals waiting for you. Don't let these summer savings pass you by. Visit Suns Ford in Auburn today or shop online at sunsford.com and pick the Ford you've been wanting at a price you'll love. Suns Ford in Auburn, where the hottest deals of the year are happening now.
Whether it's enjoying a night in with good friends and close family or having some fun in the great outdoors, don't forget to grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola from one of your 17 local TK's convenience stores. Every sip of an ice-cold, refreshing Coke helps make whatever you are doing memorable. With a variety of options to choose from, TK's has a Coke for every occasion. So stop by any one of your local 17 TK's convenience stores today and pick up an ice-cold Coca-Cola. TK's convenience stores, always there when you need us.
Looking for a new fitness home? Look no further than Tiger Iron Gym in Auburn. Our fitness area spans over 20,000 square feet, providing ample space for all your workout needs. Featuring an AstroTurf training area, an extensive range of cardio equipment that will get your heart pumping, and we are one of the largest 24-hour free weight gyms in America. Worried about parking? Don't. We have you covered with tons of parking spaces so you can focus on your workout. And we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to fit your busy schedule. Plus, we're locally owned and operated, not some big corporate gym. And you can experience all of this for just $29.99 a month with no contract. Join us today and take charge of your fitness goals. Tiger Iron Gym, South College Street in Auburn.
The Greg B. Harrell Show on 95.9 The Tiger.
Monday through Thursday, 7 to midnight.
Be yourself. I'm myself every single day, mostly because no one else wants the gig.
365, 24/7. You'll find road and utility crews, tow truck, law enforcement, and first responders working along Alabama's roadway.
We're making improvements and helping our communities stay connected.
We're working hard to make sure you're safe on the road. Now we need your help to make sure we're safe too.
Alabama's move over law requires you to move over a lane when you see flashing lights on the roadside. And if you can't safely move over, please slow down.
Visit DriveSafeAlabama.org, brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
On Saturdays, we all wear orange and blue, but every day, Auburn University Credit Union is proud to serve the people who make this community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, buying your first car, planning for your future, or growing your business, we're here for every chapter, because at Auburn University Credit Union, you're more than a customer. You're a member. You're an owner. Your family. Auburn University Credit Union, rooted in Auburn, committed to you. To learn more, visit myaucu.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 530633.
Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory is here for you when you need us. With locations in Lee, Chambers, and Tallapoosa counties, serving the people of East Alabama and West Georgia since 1900. A family-owned and operated business, skip the hassle of the big corporate mortuaries. Our kind, compassionate team members are standing by to assist your family in the hardest of times. An on-site crematory, private cemetery, and a choice of facilities makes Frederick Dean unique. Visit us at frederickdean.com.
Some beers are made to blend in. Blue Moon Belgian White was brewed to stand out. Crafted with Valencia orange peel for a bright citrus taste and a smooth, refreshing finish, it's the perfect way to elevate any occasion. Served best with an orange garnish, every sip brings out its signature flavor. Whether you're unwinding after work or gathering with friends, reach for something a little brighter. Blue Moon Belgian White. Made brighter, please enjoy responsibly.
You're listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9 FM, WTGZ Tuskegee, Auburn.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
The Braves salvage a series against the Brewers. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you.
The Braves couldn't win the first two at Milwaukee, but all they needed was a change of scenery. They go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and top the Brewers 4-2 in the Little League Classic. Tyler Mahle got the win. He improves to 5-10 on the season. He went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, only 1 earned run, walked 2, and struck out 4. What a pickup he has been at the trade deadline. Michael Harris II with a key home run in the 8th was big for the Braves, and Mauricio Dubon turning a double play to end it.
Check swing right back to the mound. Iglesias goes to second, skips the throw for 1 out, over to first base, double play!
What a game it was. Day off today. Dodgers coming into town tomorrow. Tyler Glasnow will get the ball for the Dodgers. He's 3-0. That's a 2.72 ERA. Bryce Elder will go for the Braves. He's 8-7. Has a 3.92 ERA. Ford leadoff show at 6. And the first pitch between the Braves and the Dodgers, 7:15 across the street at Truist Park. You can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
You're listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9 FM, WTGZ Tuskegee, Auburn. Since 1995, Alabama's sports talk leader, Tiger Communications, proudly presents Sports Call. It's time to join our Sports Call crew as they discuss the latest headlines and happenings around Auburn and the entire sports world. To be part of the show, give us a call at 334-887-3401 locally or toll free at 1-888-9-TIGER-9. We're taking phone calls all show long and want to talk about whatever you've got on your mind. And now, coming to you live from the loveliest village on the plains, Auburn's first and Auburn's favorite sports talk show, Sports Call.
Hour number 2 of Sports Call beginning right now. Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, and the Tiger Communications app. Ryan Lavoie, J.J. Jackson, Jack Myrick, and Tom Peavy with you here today. We're also streaming live, Facebook and YouTube at Sports Call Auburn. If you'd like to watch the show today, I can't promise that you'll see the prettiest faces known to mankind, but we'll be smiling and having a good time. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to open up some cards. We'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a little bit. 5 o'clock hour, we're going to go through the group of 6. We'll also get to best and worst of the weekend. And again, we're just glad football season is back. We had high school kickoff last week across the state, across the area, and across our airwaves of Tiger Communications. And we got the high school coaches show each and every week from Waldo's Chicken and Beer on South College Street. And speaking of Waldo's Chicken and Beer, they are our proud Birthdays in Sports sponsor. And let's get to the birthdays.
It's time for today's Birthdays in Sports.
Today on the Waldo's Chicken and Beer birthdays, Trinidad Chambliss is 24, quarterback of the Ole Miss Rebels.
Toddy.
Dual threat quarterback, was making a high-profile transition to major college football, beginning his collegiate career at Division II Ferris State. He led the Bulldogs to 2 NCAA Division II national championships, notably accounting for 51 total touchdowns in 2024 to earn the GLIAC Player of the Year honors. In 2025, he transferred to Ole Miss, taking over as starting quarterback early in the season for Austin Simmons. 3,937 yards, 22 touchdowns, guided Ole Miss to the college football playoff semifinal, and he was named SEC Newcomer of the Year.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And he went to Forest Hills Northern High School in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go Huskies.
The great hope of Ole Miss football this
Happy
year.
birthday.
Trinidad Chambliss, 24. Arian Foster is 40, former NFL running back. Went undrafted in the 2009 NFL draft out of Tennessee.
The Balls.
Signed with the Houston Texans, quickly developed into one of the league's most premier running backs. A 4-time Pro Bowl selection, first team All-Pro in 2010. He captured the NFL rushing title that same year with 1,616 yards and 16 touchdowns, while leading the league in scrimmage yards. Renowned for smooth vision and dynamic dual threat ability in his own blocking scheme. He led the NFL in rushing touchdowns twice in 2010 and 2012. Over 8 NFL seasons with the Houston and the Miami Dolphins, he accumulated 6,527 rushing yards, 2,346 receiving yards, and 68 total touchdowns before retiring in 2016.
There you go. Started his high school career at Valley High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Go Vikings. And he finished up high school at Mission Bay High School in San Diego. Go Buccaneers.
And Jack, Arian Foster, one of those great examples of how running back is sometimes hotly debated in NFL circles where it should be drafted, because you can find all-pro guys undrafted at a rate that I'm not sure you can find at every position.
Arian Foster was a beast, honestly, with that team. And as you mentioned, like lower draft picks, you've seen some really good running backs. I mean, Aaron Jones of recent memory, he was I think a 5th-round draft pick or so. You've seen some other guys that have really turned up in the league. But, yeah, I feel like we've kind of had a maybe decade gap of, like, pure running backs that have really been able to do it almost. Because going back to, I think, recently we've had some, but, like, you could probably go back to the Christian McCaffrey draft. It was probably the last few times you can really say, like, these guys should be first-rounders.
Because then we'd even have someone like Kareem Hunt that was, I think he was undrafted? Or
I think so. I think he was like a 2nd or 3rd round.
Oh, he was early round.
I think so. I think he was earlier.
Someone broke on the scene a couple years ago, I thought. Maybe
it might have been Kareem Hunt, but
I don't know.
Who was it Philip Lindsay? Where was he at? Because Philip Lindsay had some pretty good yards for Denver, and then you had James Conner for the Steelers. Had some pretty good.
Well,
Can't
quite remember. Well, Tennessee might be getting a high school running back that might be a first rounder.
Kareem Hunt was 3rd round.
Yeah. He 3rd round for Kareem Hunt. Yeah, no, the video I saw of that, well, I'm sure we all saw that.
The
Tennessee
the Baylor School, David Gabriel Georges.
Okay, I don't mean this negatively, because it was basically a horse. But the limbs were moving in directions that I didn't think were normal. Like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but like the way he was bouncing off people and like still turning hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, like I hope he stays healthy too. Like I hated that was like my 1A 1B impression of the kid, because the other impressions that good luck getting him on the ground, but
and that
there's
kid
some weird looking stuff.
That kid, well, the team they were playing was Big Tom School as well, from up there. But this guy has signed a $6.5 million NIL deal to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, good and good. Like
that's nuts.
Yeah.
Do we know if that's per? Surely it's not per year, right? Per running back.
It's total.
Total, yeah.
It's total, but it's still a $6.5 million NIL.
Depending on where you get drafted,
yeah,
you know, hard to get that in 4 years in the NFL as a running back, as a rookie.
We've just now seen it recently where they've started paying them now.
Yeah,
because you had Jahmyr Gibbs signed the base contract.
I mean, you can get it in second contract, but I'm saying rookie. If you're not drafting that first round, you're now that 4 for 6.5 is going to be about your contract. So I hope he doesn't have the expectations.
Because Jeremiah, like you use Jeremiah Love,
$2 million per year.
Yeah, $2 million per year.
Yeah. Well, it might be a little bit more than we expected. Jeremiah Love is
because he was drafted super high.
Yeah, he's $53 million though
for 4 years. Yeah,
that's a lot more than I would expect. I would expect maybe in the 30s, but yeah, 53.
But like, if we could get an example, because I mean, I don't, this kid might be the number one running back, but there's usually only one of those kind of guys per draft if we're lucky. So the odds are he's like a second round pick.
Right.
So what's a second round running back this year making would be my.
I just went back and used Jarquez Hunter. I can't remember where he went, but his is a 4-year, $5 million.
Yeah.
So.
And who had a good preseason game for the Rams the other day, by the way. But anyway, we digress. So Aaron Foster.
Happy birthday, Aaron Foster.
Yeah.
We just went completely.
What's funny though is I think Friday, because Friday was Ben Tate, which was his backup running back.
Yes.
For and they both almost had combined they had 2,000 yards on the ground.
Yeah. Ben was good enough to be a starter in the league. It's just he was behind one of the very best. So Arian Foster is 40. Reggie Miller is 61. Spent his entire 18-year NBA career with the Indiana Pacers, establishing himself as one of the most clutch players and greatest three-point shooters in basketball history. Drafted 11th overall in the 1987 draft out of UCLA.
Oh, Bruins.
Was famous for his lethal premier shooting, tireless off-ball movement, and legendary pressure-packed moments. Most notably scoring 8 points in 9 seconds against the New York Knicks in 1995, a 5-time NBA All-Star and 3-time All-NBA selection, led the Pacers to the 2000 NBA Finals, and retired in 2005 as the NBA's all-time leader in three-pointers made at 2,560. Won a gold medal with Team USA at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics and was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2012.
Happy birthday, Reggie.
He's from Riverside, California, and he went to Riverside Polytechnic. Go Bears.
Of course, Reggie's still part of the NBA coverage, formerly a Turner with TNT, and now I believe he's on the Amazon side.
Prime, yeah.
On the Amazon. I can't remember. Some of those guys went to Prime, some went to NBC, but Reggie Miller.
Maybe he's NBC now that I say it.
Yeah, I don't know. Talk myself
I think
into
he's
both.
NBC, actually. Yeah.
I just know
I
he's
can
not
think
the
of him
mothership.
with Noah Eagle.
Okay.
What is his contract like?
Happy birthday, Reggie Miller.
For those times, I'm sure much smaller than it would have been today. Reggie Miller, 61. And Kelsey Plum is 32, established herself as one of basketball's most prolific scorers during her collegiate career at the University of Washington.
The Huskies.
Setting the NCAA Division I women's career scoring record with 3,527 points. Selected first overall in the 2017 WNBA draft by the San Antonio Stars, now the Las Vegas Aces. She developed into an elite backcourt star after winning the 2021 WNBA Sixth Woman of the Year award, transitioned into a full-time starter, earning all WNBA first-team honors and All-Star Game MVP accolades in 2022, while leading Vegas to back-to-back WNBA titles in 2022 and 2023. Internationally, she's captured gold medals with Team USA in 3x3 basketball and the 2020 Tokyo Games and 5v5 basketball at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games.
Happy birthday, Kelsey.
She went to La Jolla Country Day School in La Jolla, California. Go Tories.
La Jolla?
La Jolla.
Well, that's a fun high school name.
And so is the Tories.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's the golf club Torrey Pines.
Yeah.
That's their mascot is the Torrey Pine,
Okay.
but they just go by the Tories.
Okay.
Okay. So there you go. Kelsey Plum, 32. Reggie Miller, 61. Arian Foster, 40. Trinidad Chambliss, 24. Those are the Waldo's Chicken and Beer.
You know,
birthdays,
and
of
fellas,
course.
we do want to make sure we also wish a happy 39th birthday to John Shire, the head coach of Duke men's basketball. Final four
Jack, I thought you did a
participant.
great job on the
National
list, and
champion
there was no need
as
for
a
additions.
player, took the Duke Blue Devils to the Final Four in 2025. The greatest college basketball coach through their first 4 seasons. In the wins department, no coach
I'm glad you
has ever
clarified
had
the wins department.
Yeah,
'cause
no coach has
other
ever
coaches
had
have
more
won titles
wins.
quicker.
Yeah, and happy birthday, 39 years young,
Yeah.
Mr. John Shire.
I'm surprised you didn't email me to correct the birthday list.
I love you guys,
You
man.
feel proud
It's
of
good to
yourself?
see you
good?
guys.
Yeah. He comes back on the show after a week and a half, 2-week
he's
hiatus.
gotta talk
Gets
about
into
Duke.
Duke stuff.
Starts
immediately.
spitting out Duke
Not even
stuff.
football. Not even like, hey, our quarterback job. Did they decide today? By
Not
the way?
yet.
Isn't that supposed to be today?
It's maybe tomorrow. There's
Yeah,
a press
Ryan,
conference
the
called
days
tomorrow.
you're gone for like hosting the show and he takes over, he tries to change our logo and put Duke on it. We have to wrestle him away from it.
Sports Call Durham. Yeah, coming to you live from our, Durham Bulls
Yeah,
facility.
yeah.
You are not a part of the week 1 or the week 0 equation in Durham, but your friends in Chapel Hill and Raleigh
Yeah,
are
how
part
about
of that
that?
week 0 equation. So
Maybe
you'll-
Tom Brady will come back and play for.
Hey, you know what? Belichick should try. Maybe that will save.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll get to those games on Friday. About, I think, like 8 games, about 16-ish teams. There might be an FCS versus FBS in there somewhere, but
Including Jacksonville State.
yeah, and North Dakota State. There about 10 years ago, that's a heck of a playoff matchup in the FCS.
Right. Yeah.
Or even 5 or 6 years ago is when JSU got in FBS. So 5 or 6 years ago, it could have been that. But so yeah, there's a few ones, a few to talk about. We will get to Group of 6 a little bit later again and talk about the viable candidates to make the college football playoff. But for now, let's take our first time out here of the 4 o'clock hour. When we come back, we'll do something a little bit different. I'll open some cards. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call on Tiger 95.9.
Sports Call has been on the air since 1995.
Weather brought to you by Auburn University Credit Union. Tiger Rewards checking at Auburn University Credit Union gives you the tools to manage your credit, monitor for fraud, telehealth services, loan discounts, and more. Visit myaucu.org for more details. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
High temperatures today will be right around the 90-degree mark as we see mostly sunny skies. About a quarter of the area could see an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Lows will be into the upper 60s, maybe around 70 overnight. Tomorrow, most places will not get to 90 degrees as we start a trend of days into the mid to upper 80s. So tomorrow, upper 80s across the area and a bit wetter. We will see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms develop into the afternoon and evening hours. Around 40% of the area could see some rain with lows right around 70 degrees. I'm Ryan Lavoie for your Tiger Communications weather update.
We all know Jimmy's Car Stereo in Auburn has you covered when it comes to car stereos, accessories, and expert installation. But did you know Jimmy's is also your go-to spot for ATV and UTV gear? They've got 32-inch sassies, 3,500, 4,500, and 6,000-pound winches, belts, lighting, whips, laser lights, side mirrors, bumpers, phone holders, and rear mirrors. So whether you're upgrading your ride, decking out your ATV or UTV, or adding audio to your boat, Jimmy's has the gear and the know-how to make it happen. Jimmy's Car Stereo in Auburn. If it rolls, rides, or floats, Jimmy's makes it sound better.
The Atlanta Falcons are back in the hunt for a playoff berth, and you can come along for the ride. Tune in to your exclusive home in East Alabama for the Falcons. Tiger 95.9 all season long for all the hard-hitting action.
Still looking left, checks it back across the middle, intercepted on the backside. Jesse Bates, 20, 15, 10, 5, House call. Touchdown Atlanta. Jesse Bates has a pick six.
This new-look team has their eyes set on the playoffs, and you don't want to miss a single second of the action.
And here goes Bijan Robinson. 30, 35, 40, midfield. It's a foot race. Robinson 30, 15, 10, 5, house call. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. He just went 93.
For a complete schedule of broadcasts, make sure to visit our website, thetiger.fm.
Snap spot. It is good. Fly home safely. Atlanta wins.
It's another action-packed season of Atlanta Falcons football on Tiger 95.9.
Brought to you locally by Kim Dry of East Alabama, Coca-Cola, Fairway Auto Brokers, the Honey Baked Ham Company, Jimmy's Car Stereo, and Miller Lite.
TK's convenience stores have a brand new look. That's right. Look for the red, white, and blue. It's Arco, American-owned top-tier gasoline, now at select TK's locations. Need great gas at a great price? TK's and Arco have you covered with the best price gas in town. American-made fuel for you and your family. So roll into your neighborhood TK's today, where TK's and Arco are as American as apple pie. Looking for a new fitness home? Look no further than Tiger Iron Gym in Auburn. Our fitness area spans over 20,000 square feet, providing ample space for all your workout needs. Featuring an AstroTurf training area, an extensive range of cardio equipment that will get your heart pumping, and we are one of the largest 24-hour free weight gyms in America. Worried about parking? Don't. We have you covered with tons of parking spaces so you can focus on your workout. And we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to fit your busy schedule. Plus, we're locally owned and operated, not some big corporate gym. And you can experience all of this for just $29.99 a month with no contract. Join us today and take charge of your fitness goals. Tiger Iron Gym, South College Street in Auburn.
I'm Jeff Whitaker Jr., former Auburn Tigers defensive tackle and national champion, and you are listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9.
Welcome back. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call. Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, and the Tiger Communications app. Ryan Lavoie, JJ Jackson, Jack Myrick, and Tom Peavy with you here today. This past weekend, interesting event inside of Neville Arena, the On to Victory card show, both Saturday and Sunday. And a lot of people, a lot of vendors. We had a couple of our crew go throughout the weekend. I know JJ went on both Saturday and Sunday, and so he got to thinking that we could have a fun little segment here today on the program, and I'll let you take it away. What you got over there, man?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was just a very unique experience that Auburn decided to set up, and really, I did not have this idea whatsoever, but it was the fine folks over at On It, SB Images, and Ultra Pro, particularly Joe Each was someone that I met who's their VP at sales over at SP Images that even gave us the idea to do something like this. But what I've got here is an On It 2026 officially licensed Auburn trading card. And so these three companies, On It, SP Images, and Ultra Pro, all work together in order to, produce these trading cards of Auburn athletes, including football players on this year's current team, and then full student athletes across campus. This is the football exclusive box. They also had a box of more athletes across Auburn's campus as well. And within each box, you're given 5 packs of 10 cards. So we're going to open these cards, see who we got from this year's team. 1 every 5 boxes on average would have an autograph. This was really cool and exclusive deal that they made for the event. And then Tom is holding a special edition Chris Davis card that we're now showing off to our YouTube audience as well. that they've created for the event. So the first 250 people at the event received that Chris Davis card. And so the fact that Joe and his team over at SP Images wanted to make sure SportsCall had our hands on one of those, we are certainly appreciative of that. We've got these unique branded Ultra Pro one-touch magnetic cases for each of these. And so, fellas, I'm going to crack open a box as I'm learning that they say in the card biz. And let's see who's in here. Let's see if we get lucky with any signatures here. Again, something that is exclusive to the event.
So how many we got in here?
We've got 10 cards in each pack.
And we got how many packs? We got
5.
Five
so
packs.
we each have one right now.
Okay.
Are we all opening at the same time?
Let's open.
Dive into it? Okay.
Okay, I'll be a little bit wild if we're going all at the same time. I got you, though.
Are we going to do one card at a time each? Go,
Yeah,
hey,
let's
what you
do
got?
that. Let's do that.
See who you got, and then go on to the next. Who wants to start off?
Okay, so they're not in a case, so you need to be careful with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll go right away. Look at and this is, again, SP Images is the company that's taking these licensed photos from Auburn Athletics. Also in the deal is NIL opportunities for these student athletes to get a little bit of a cut, to be a part of the deal, which, of course, prior to 2021 was not a thing. But how about everyone's favorite backup quarterback, Tristan Tia?
Hey.
So a practice footage of him
And I believe
from
he's got
spring ball.
got the
Yeah,
camera
he's got
on
the
the
GoPro
helmet?
on
Yeah.
top of
Yeah.
his
So
helmet.
that's a game.
To be able to look at this. And then on the back of each of these cards, it's got players' hometown bios and specs like that. So pretty good stuff. Tristan Tia is my first one.
Well, I got transfer Cody Ziegler, defensive lineman.
Going to be a
Right
big-time
there.
player.
Big time.
Talked him up a lot the last
Yeah, I was
couple
going to
weeks.
say he's was the highest graded defensive lineman in the SEC, but from Pro Football Focus College. Really cool card there. As JJ mentioned on the back, it has some little details on them. But really cool shot, yeah, of him from New Hope, Alabama.
Tom?
All right, so we're just kind of doing one each.
Then one at a time.
We're going one at a time. Let's see what we got here.
Jack and I were kind of going for the first card we
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, we just went for the
Yeah.
first.
Tom's
We're
like,
gonna
Tom's
reveal
like,
them all.
let me look for the good one. He goes,
Well,
where's
no,
ours?
already looking through the
I'm
tin of
just, I'm kind of just seeing. I don't want to give away my good ones. Adam, is it? How do you pronounce his Balagon? Ali
Yeah. The linebacker. He was a recruit, one of the Maryland guys, one of the
that's
DJ
right.
Durkin going up to the state of Maryland. And getting him in that linebacker room. You just don't hear a lot about the reserve linebackers because the starting linebackers are so darn good for Auburn. All right, my first card, I got a Alvin Henderson. I know talked a little bit about him
A-Train.
in recent weeks just because there are so many running backs in the running back room that are worth talking about. And Alvin, coming from Melba, has been on people's minds as, hey, we really like for this guy to work out, but don't know how much playing time opportunity is available for him this year. But Alvin Henderson to lead you off there.
Snake it around, Ryan. Why don't you come back this way?
All right, let's do it. We got Shadrick Tootle Jr., the second player here. Again, he is coming out of the Mobile area. Get that a little bit closer. Of course, you might be familiar with his brother Shadarius Tootle. But both Tootles in at Auburn right now. So you got reserve safety Shadrick Tootle there.
Coming to me. We're going to go to cornerback Gray Rebels out of Briarwood Christian.
We love Briarwood.
We love Briarwood.
Yeah.
That's where Ryan went to school. Shout out Gray.
I got Joe Phillips, edge rusher.
Awesome.
We know our buddy Tony from Tuskegee asked about Joe Phillips often.
Booker T. Washington alum.
That's right.
Shorter,
Indeed.
Alabama.
Tuskegee.
That's awesome. I'll come over here. And again, this is what's awesome. Tom just gave some love to a Briarwood product and Gray in his card. Here is a Will Upton spring ball practice footage for the junior wide receiver out of Jackson, Mississippi, a walk-on that joined the team in 2024. So even walk-ons get to participate
that's
in,
cool.
in events
Walk-ons
like this.
deserve love, too.
Yeah, and look, Will Upton now has an Auburn Tigers trading card.
That'd
That's
be in
right
my
here.
wallet if I was him. That'd be like my ID.
Oh, yeah. No, if I was a player, I would be.
It'd be
trying to
laminated
fit-
and just
yeah.
like, hey, this is
Yeah.
And then here's Arliss Boardingham, one of the tight ends that Auburn's pretty excited about coming over. 6'3", 250, the transfer portal. So excited to see him try to get open and make some big plays for Auburn this season.
Yeah, I think they're going to be using several of the tight ends. Speaking of tight end, you've got Hunter Herring. He is a reserve walk-on tight end. Senior this year out of West Monroe, Louisiana. Again, probably will not see him on the field too much. But again, that's another one of the cool things. I don't think this is happening 30, 40 years ago. Even his biggest cards have been over time. And then one guy that will factor in this year is going to be defensive lineman Chris Murray. Of course, he has been at Auburn now a couple of seasons and going to need to factor in on that defensive line and the aftermath of Keldrick Falk and Kieron Crawford.
And what's super cool about this box is, this is the card game, fellas. Like, people think, oh, okay, just go to Walmart, get a box of cards, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to be able to resell these and make it work. That's not always reality because you want to be able to collect the whole set and whatnot. In this box, Ryan just showed you a Chris Murray card. Here's a Chris Murray card, too. How about that?
Yeah.
A couple of different Chris Murray cards out there.
I've lost our order. What
We're just kind of free-balling it at this point.
I'll throw this one up there since we were just talking about a tight end. How about a tight end from Athens, Georgia, Jake Johnson?
Yeah, you will see him play meaningful snaps for the Tigers this year. His brother just named starting quarterback at Georgia Southern.
Oh, that's right. Max Johnson is
going to have one last
year.
year after being in college for, I think this is year number 7. But yeah, Jake Johnson going to be part of that tight end room again. I don't know. We'll see one tight end a ton. I think we'll have to see 2 or 3 in pretty equal doses.
Well, I'll stay on the defense because it seems to be what I'm getting here. But this is, a name that some people might know. Xavier Atkins right here.
I think some would, yes.
Yeah. A little from Summer Creek.
What a
in
ball
Houston,
player.
Texas. Literally, I think, All-American last year. This is one of his photos from the game. I think this was an Iron Bowl photo, if I recall, from my searches of USA Today photos for my Auburn Wire job. So I think this is actually a photo from warm-ups during the Iron Bowl.
I also have that card.
There we go. Twins.
I think that's our first duplicate.
Oh, no, but he's got a special.
Yeah,
your card's special.
And Tom, Ryan and I were just talking about how we both had a Chris Murray. But, Tom, you've got the special print there with kind of the teal background for the Xavier Atkins card.
Yeah, show that one.
I didn't realize I had the special.
Now, JJ and Jack are going to be the most educated in terms of what the things mean.
So what's the deal with the teal background?
There are less
of those,
of the special, they call them inserts or backgrounds or reflectors, is I think
in other words,
a word
I need to
use.
protect that one.
Because this one is the same deal where here's like a teal reflector Jeremiah Cobb.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's in there as
Very
well.
nice.
So.
Very nice.
And then in addition to that, they've got a couple of special offshoots. Like here is a fusion, is what they're calling it, a Chaz Nimrod. And it's got its kind of own unique print, less of these. And then here would be a fusion kind of action shot Christian Neptune. And what's cool about all these cards, fellas, is that for the new guys, you're just getting them in spring ball. Like this is just practice photos that they've had to license for these transfers. But hey, it's footage, man, of these players.
I was going to say, I stay again on the defensive side. Dallas Walker, the 4th. This little in-game action photo here against Arkansas.
Looks like the jersey's getting grabbed a little bit, but there you go.
I got a Coleman Granberry, linebacker from Auburn High School.
As do I. I have one of those also.
JJ, do you have one?
I don't. No, I'm missing out on the Coleman train.
Oh, we got
no
three,
kidding.
three Coleman Granberries.
We're Coleman's biggest fan.
There we go.
Give us a follow, Coleman.
So a trio.
Talk actually just followed the social.
Here's this very fun. Here is this Tristan Tia. I mentioned I had a base Tristan Tia. This is their campus colors print. And it's just got.
I thought you got the jersey patch there
I know.
for a second.
It's
I
got a
had
unique
my glasses on.
Auburn cut there. And then the last card I've got here is Malik Autry, the big fella on the D line from Opelika, Alabama. 6'5", 320 is the height and weight on the back of these cards. That's cool to be able to see
I'll
how big
match
these
you that
fellas are.
one, Malik.
Hey, look at that.
Doubled up on the Malik.
Does your Malik card also have him at 6'5", 320, Tom?
That'd be funny if it didn't.
It's like what?
Cording one says like Cording like 247.
6'5", 320 out of Opelika,
because what-
Alabama.
Like, here's the one misprint Malik Autry weight card.
I don't know if Tom even realizes I do this, but whenever he'll say like the height and weight of a recruit, particularly a lineman, because that's when it's most relevant, I'll go to another site to see if the height and weight is the same. And usually it's not the same, so I'll slyly read that one too. And it's just like, pick your own height and weight there.
One of the commits recently this summer was like an 80-pound difference on the sites.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it just hadn't been updated. And then I think after he committed, the other site updated it to where then he shot up in weight.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I remember I was sitting there, we're doing our broadcast, and I was like, it says he's like 200, and this one says it's 285. I finally break the chain though. Offense here.
All right,
Bryce Kane.
Oh, you had one. Okay, you had a Bryce Kane because I also had a Bryce Kane, which breaking the chain technically on offense, he is still listed as wide receiver for the print of these cards, but notably working with the defensive backs last week. So even transitioning to DB a little bit. I'm going to run through mine here for just a second. So I've got Walter Mathis Jr., defensive line. Okay, coming into Auburn this year. Still got multiple years of eligibility. We'll see if he can work his way up the depth chart. And this was the purple card, JJ.
Yeah. So not as many prints of those.
Not as many prints. So buy stock now. We've got the hype Jeremiah Cobb card.
And not as many prints of those.
So we're hype about that. Jeremiah, great football player. And then we got two more fun ones. We've got the campus colors, Deshaun Womack. So hoping he produces in a big way this year. You got one of those, Tom?
Different, though. Different colors.
Okay. And then I don't know what you call this, JJ. I'm going to show it to you first.
New Horizons.
Show the camera. A New Horizon. Okay, well, it's on the back. Says it. New Horizons, Keyshawn Singleton. So we've now got a bunch of the top receivers of cool cards because I know you had a Neptune and a Chaz Nimrod.
I'm going to fly through these real quick. I got me a Sam Turner.
Okay.
So get a little wide receiver action from Sam Turner. And then the special cards here, I have the campus colors with Dallas Walker.
Very good.
Big fella, Dallas Walker. And then I've got a pair of Deshaun Womacks here. I've got the campus colors you showed, but see, I've got different patch.
Okay.
Different patch for the colors on there.
And I can't tell you what that means value-wise, but
I don't either. And then I've got the Fusion.
Okay.
Deshaun Womack.
I didn't have a Fusion, but I had this New Horizon. Is a Fusion or a New Horizon more?
Hey, that's time. That's how many they make and how many of the time. Obviously, if those players have a credible career, that obviously increases the value. But for mine, I have Caleb Harris, the purple one.
Okay.
And then Ella Thompson. Got a Fusion Alec McPherson.
Hey,
there you go.
There we go.
Always got to have a kicker card.
Yeah, you got to have the kicker.
That looks. Hey, real quick, we put that back up. It looks like to me. I could be wrong. Looks like he's trying to hit that ball hard. Do we think that's a long field goal attempt?
It's a long field goal attempt.
That doesn't seem like a little,
chip
soft.
Now he's 5'9", 165.
Sure. So maybe he's generating it on every kick, but
I am about the same size as Max Pearson. Campus looks. What was your Deshaun Womack? Because I have a Deshaun Womack. I think,
you've got the stripe, and I think you got the one like my
Yeah.
Deshaun Womack is just a blue, orange, and white cloth
sides,
patch.
yeah.
You got
we have the logos.
Yeah, y'all got the logos and the stripes.
And then finally, looking like a J. Cole cover, if y'all get the reference, but New Horizons Xavier Atkins.
Oh, yes.
Hey, nice.
So right there, a little Xavier Atkins, New Horizons.
He's certainly hit New Horizons last year on the football field.
He sure did.
And then I'll close it out. Again, we mentioned there were 5 packs in each box. And so this was the 5th pack again, from On It. This is an exclusive box deal that they did for the On to Victory card show this past weekend inside Neville Arena. Here's a Reese Brush, quarterback, Tampa, Florida. We've got Ryan G., another tight end, in the room for the Auburn Tigers. Here's Jake Johnson that we've mentioned.
Sure.
Here's their base. There he is, Mr. Byram Brown.
There we go.
There I was about to say, I wanted to
Brown.
keep quiet. I'm like, I don't think we've got a Byram yet.
He just got announced to be on the Manning Award watch list for this preseason.
Raleigh, North Carolina, South Florida transfer. Here's Kenneth McManus, the 4th, D tackle. Got an Akai Davenport, another one of those South Florida guys.
Sure.
I was big in the Tristan Tia. I mean, this is the third different Tristan Tia.
You're getting the whole cute quarterback room over there.
And then also we've got the campus colors, Christian Neptune,
nice.
a
Second
Fusion,
Neptune.
Walter Mathis Jr., and then finally a green base cut here of
nice.
Jeremiah Koger. And this is our first card, fellas, that's actually numbered. And anytime in the card space you could see your cards numbered, this one numbered to 100.
Special.
It identifies that
How
the
rare.
print of this card is of great value. So, again, this has been a fun exercise.
I'll be taking that one home with me. I'm just kidding.
Fun
No, we
exercise.
didn't-
Our friends from
No autograph card.
no autograph, and that's what
Well, I'll
we,
sign them
on
later.
average,
Don't worry. I'll
Tom, on average, one every 5 boxes. So again, they gifted this box to us. But fans, if they really wanted to go all in, on average, they were going to need to buy 5 boxes to try and find an autograph. So we were unsuccessful in that venture. But
What's the mystery discount card get you?
that's a great. There was one
Mystery
per pack.
Everyone's a winner.
One
Scan the
per
code
pack.
below. I guess I need to scan that QR code. And
Find out.
see if you can get another pack.
So thanks again to Joe. He was really friendly, really cool idea, and also getting to talk with some people in Auburn athletics. They were a big-time fan of the turnout and people involved, and it sounds like this is going to be something that they're going to look to do for years to come. So really fun opportunity for them. So appreciate the guys that hooked us up over the weekend. Let's go to break.
Absolutely. It seemed like it was a successful weekend. I think everyone was pretty pleased with it. And as you said, I think they're going to do well to continue to run this operation, do one of these each year. All right, let's take our next timeout. Enjoy that. We'll be back with more Sports Call after this on Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, the Tiger Communications app, and streaming live on Facebook and YouTube.
May we have your attention, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
We're Auburn's first and Auburn's favorite sports talk show. Sports Call on Tiger 95.9.
TK's Convenience Stores, your gotta-have headquarters. You know, those things you just gotta have, but don't have time to waste in one of those huge pack stores. Nope, at TK's, we have your gotta-have items with no hassle, along with great customer service, high-quality items, and clean stores. So whether you need a 6-pack of your favorite beverage, milk, gasoline, or some cash from the ATM, TK's has it just minutes from you. TK's Convenience Stores, now with 17 locations to better serve you. Always there when you need us.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. Make sure you listen to the Weekday Rush with James Chandler on Tiger 95.9 FM and the Tiger Communications app.
Good morning, my neighbors!
You remember the burgers, you remember the buns, you even remember the ice, but you forgot the beer? Rookie mistake. Save the cookout by showing up with Blue Moon Belgian White. Its crisp, refreshing taste with Valencia orange peel and that iconic orange garnish turns an oops into an awesome. Because when the beer's this good, people tend to forget what you forgot in the first place. Blue Moon Belgian White, made brighter. Please enjoy responsibly.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered. performance-driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
You can beat your toughest opponent. You can beat your best time in the mile. You can beat that old largemouth bass. But one thing you should never try and beat is a train. If a train is approaching, don't risk your life trying to beat it, because beating the train is a deadly game. Drive safe, Alabama. Sponsored by ALDOT, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Make any celebration even sweeter with Honey Baked Ham. Our delicious, perfectly glazed ham is slow cooked to perfection, offering the savory flavors your family craves with the sweetness they love. From our oven to your table, Honey Baked Ham makes every meal unforgettable. Plus, with our wide selection of sides and desserts, we've got everything you need for a stress-free celebration. Visit Honey Baked Ham today at 1451 Gateway Drive in Opelika. Bring home the joy with Honey Baked Ham, where every bite is a celebration.
Let's get back to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9. Feel free to give us a call at 334-887-3401 or toll free at 1-888-9-TIGER-9.
Welcome back. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, Tiger Communications app. Ryan, Tom, Jack, and JJ with you here this afternoon. Again, coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, we'll talk Group of 6, who to watch out for in 2026, who's going to make the playoff, that sort of thing. We'll also get to a best and worst of the weekend. But opening those cards got me thinking, and also what JJ asked off air, is being cute, saying, "Hey, well, what would a Ryan Lavoie card look like?" Well, that got me thinking. What would you guys put on the back of your own card? You had a card of yourself. What would you put on the back of it?
Put on the back of it?
Yeah.
I wish I had my wallet right now, because I used to have, at least in my old wallet, I used to carry it. It was an old Taekwondo card that they did. They did little cards, and it had like a little bio and stuff on the back, but it was in the form
From your Taekwondo days?
Yeah, when I was a little.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had a karate deal growing up.
But did they do the sports cards? They did sports cards for us, where we had they had us do like the poses.
Yeah,
and
there was
stuff.
like a little league baseball thing that kind of we did some cards.
Why didn't we do some Thunder Chicken cards?
And we need to do some.
I think maybe mine would say like how much Zaxby's been consumed.
I would love to have like a vitamin water stat on the back of my card. With how many vitamin waters I consume.
A vitamin water
or
Dr.
like
Pepper
lifetime
combo.
Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
I'd need that to be advertised to the world.
Mine would have to be something about Mountain Dew on the back.
Good call, Tom.
I mean, it would have to be.
But see, do we list out like types of Dew drink, or do we do like how do we break down the statistics of that? Because you are very faithful to go with different flavors. You don't bring in the same flavor ever 3 days in a row, if even 2 days in a row is infrequent. So, so you want to go like soda, like Mountain. You want to go Dr. Pepper. JJ wants to go Dr. Pepper and vitamin water.
Or I'd have to do something along the lines of like grilled meats. Like,
oh, that'd be beautiful. How many?
Well, okay, but what would
ounces?
the photo be too for you? Would
Okay.
be you grilling? Would it be like you just
See, well, and that's the thing. I'd have to incorporate.
you want like an action shot or a portrait?
See, it would have to be. I would have to include everything that I do. I mean, I'd have to somehow include bartending, firefighting, radio.
Well, that's where then you have the rare cards, though, because then like, which one do you want to be the rare one?
We
you
could
in
do
the
a print of
firefighter
you doing
suit be the
multiple things.
Me with no shirt. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the calendar shoot.
Yeah. And now we're talking.
Nobody wants to see that.
Now we're talking.
Oh, that would be a very rare.
That's
card,
what we're giving
trust
away
me.
at the next sports call giveaway. We'll give away.
That would be very rare because they'd be all in the trash can somewhere. Yeah, I on the back, it'd have to be some like grilled meats or something like.
There you go.
Favorite grilled meats.
I'd love to be able to, the hours I've spent on phone calls.
Oh my goodness!
Just to show that off to the world,
Yeah.
I don't know that number. I'd love to be able to access that stat about my life here today. There are many stats in my life that I'd like to figure out what the number is. But yeah,
I think about that sometimes. The couple that came to mind for me, if we were doing one athletically, I think the Thunder Chickens would be fun. Yeah. Statistics for that, because we did that multiple seasons. Because I'm on a golf kick, obviously we'd have like you'd put on mine like 2014 to 2018. You have all these stats for golf, and then like 2019 to 2025, it's just like DNP in parentheses lazy or DNP in parentheses not enough money, something like that. And then this year you'd have all these stats for it. Food wise, mine would be chicken wings, no doubt. How many chicken wings I've had each year. What flavors, because you're going to see for many years a bunch of buffalo sauce wings. The last 4 or 5 years, you're going to start to see a bunch of lemon pepper and hot barbecue and Caribbean jerk, like these other things branching out a little bit more. So that, you have a very messy face, Ryan, on the front. Like it's just eating a bunch of buffalo wings.
That'd be a good photo to have, yeah.
We did just get a suggestion from Austin Scott saying, needs your pickleball stats from your pickleball phase, Ryan.
Pickleball stats for me? I would love distance run, because that you would say, how did he run that much in pickleball?
You
just stand right there, because I never got in the kitchen.
We had some good showdowns on pickleball with Austin.
You'd break down like points in the kitchen, like one. Never played in the kitchen.
Yeah,
always on the lines.
On your wings, I would also like to know the number of places from which you've gotten wings. Because that number would be absurd. We can go to random places.
I've gotten them from a Chinese place before.
Right, like you're going to find a way to get some wings.
It's like those didn't rank highly, but did I go to Panda or something and get wings?
And then if we're talking rarity of cards, like that would be one of one to have. That's also something from this weekend at the On to Victory card show. Like it was a lot of sports cards, but then there was like the heavy Pokemon section. Trading that was happening as well. There was a Patrick Star card of SpongeBob infamy that was selling for $900.
Goodness.
Which is just nuts. I mean, wow. But that's, market value of this. There was like a card of Tim Cook's autograph. That was like $1,000. And all it is there's no photo of him.
Yeah.
It's just, here's Tim Cook's autograph.
I did want to say
this. All of these, they had to have letter of authenticities that were part of the presentation. So, like, you'd get that, too. But I'm like, man, the prices of these things are, whew.
I was going to say this, since we did get a free box. They are available to purchase online. You can get these. You can still get the autograph ones. You got to go to the onit.com, their website. They have them. They have the single packs, blaster box, platinum box. And then the 6 featured athletes are Jeremiah Cobb, Xavier Atkins, Chaz Nimrod, Jeremiah Kogert, Deshaun Womack, Keyshawn Singleton. Those are the 6 autographs you will be looking for in those boxes. So if you want to buy, an On-It box.
Thank you for that, Jack. These cards were definitely, event exclusive.
Yeah, those
only
were
250 of these at the event.
Because I remember that that was a really cool thing I'd seen on social media, people showing those off, those cards. But if you want a box of that we just opened up.
And again, he mentioned those signature athletes on the football box. They do also have all athletes across campus got to partake in this event as well. And that was really cool that Auburn had various teams throughout Saturday and Sunday show up to sign autographs and whatnot. So yeah. War Eagle. Let's play ball, man.
Let's play ball.
And that's the type of stuff that NIL was supposed to do.
For sure.
That's what NIL was.
By the way.
Not this.
Oh, by the way.
It's cool.
Oh, by the way, we talked about the high school running back that has already inked a $6.5 million deal.
Here was another NIL. I was with I think this was with Jared on Sunday. I went there Saturday with Brooks. I went there Sunday with Jared. And Jared and I saw these like two twin boys talking about our guy Austin. He's got 2 twin boys, and I know it was not his children.
Yeah.
But there were 2 twin boys that were wearing Auburn Cam Coleman jerseys. And, like that is something that NIL you can do.
Yeah.
And, like, you got to take part in that.
Yeah.
But then that was just, like, a tough reminder.
Yeah, because for,
hey,
years...
Kim Coleman, he's not here anymore, sadly.
Yeah,
but
like, you would have, like, the number 2 jerseys and, like, whatever number, you could still maybe, like, oh, it's such and such, but everybody knew who it was. But
now you can actually put a name to it.
All right, that will do it for us here in hour number 2. Coming up in hour number 3, again, we will talk Group of 6, who is poised to make the playoff. We'll talk about that, and we'll give you our best and worst of the weekend. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call, live on Tiger 95.9.
Two hours of Sports Call are finished. Don't touch that radio dial. We've got one more hour to go.
The summer heat is here, and the best way to make sure you stay cool all season long is to give May Refrigeration a call. When your AC goes out or needs maintenance, May Refrigeration's technicians are trained and equipped to handle anything that comes their way. And don't forget, it's never a bad time to get your heating system checked, especially when you aren't using it. Give May Refrigeration a call today at 745-COLD. That's 745-COLD. So for quality customer service that you can count on every time, May Refrigeration, proudly serving the Auburn and Opelika area.
The best high school football lives each week on FM Talk 93.9. The East Alabama High School Football Game of the Week returns for another action-packed season. Hear the best games from the area each week with myself, Brooks Childress, and the rest of the crew on the call. Coverage begins with a countdown to kickoff each game day. Hear all the action online at Tiger.fm and on the free Tiger Communications app. This week we highlight the AISA's 8-man league with a battle between the Eagles of Trinity Christian and Evangel Christian. It's the East Alabama High School Football Game of the Week, only on FM Talk 93.9. Brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory, May Refrigeration, Kim Drive East Alabama, Auburn University Credit Union, Jimmy's Car Stereo, and Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air.
From the very beginning in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been to promote our community, see businesses flourish, and improve the livelihoods of local citizens. We have operated a simple and straightforward business model built on a foundation of sound business decisions and a caring response. Our local team stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC. Online at auburnbank.com.
Hey everybody, this is Brandon Maxwell with Fairway Auto Brokers. Back to school deals are here and you deserve a new ride. With over 150 of the finest pre-owned vehicles in stock, we make car buying fun and easy for the whole family. As Lee County's #1 place to buy a pre-owned vehicle, come see why Fairway is the difference. Visit us at www.fab-auto.com or stop by today at 1777 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Alabama.
When the game is on the line, heroes rise, and off the field, real heroes deserve their moment too. Game Day for Heroes is all about giving back, providing unforgettable game day experiences to the brave men and women who've served our great nation. It's more than just tickets. It's about saving lives, restoring families, building tomorrow, and honoring our heroes. You can help make a difference. For more information or to donate tickets, visit GameDayForHeroes.org. Game Day for Heroes, because those who serve deserve a game day they'll never forget.
On Saturdays, we all wear orange and blue, but every day, Auburn University Credit Union is proud to serve the people who make this community strong. Whether you're opening your first account, buying your first car, planning for your future, or growing your business, we're here for every chapter, because at Auburn University Credit Union, you're more than a customer. You're a member. You're an owner. Your family. Auburn University Credit Union, rooted in Auburn, committed to you. To learn more, visit myaucu.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 530633.
It's heating up at Sons Ford in Auburn with the hottest sale of the year. Now's the time to save big on a huge selection of new Ford trucks, SUVs, and cars. Whether you're looking for a rugged F-150, a family-friendly Explorer, or a fuel-efficient Escape, you'll find incredible deals waiting for you. Don't let these summer savings pass you by. Visit Sons Ford in Auburn today or shop online at sonsford.com and pick the Ford you've been wanting at a price you'll love. Sons Ford in Auburn, where the hottest deals of the year are happening now.
Every day, we power homes and businesses in our communities, but we also power something else. Bright futures for our youth. We visit classrooms to speak on topics ranging from career opportunities to leadership skills. And we help make college possible by providing scholarships to deserving students. Bright futures are ahead, and we help make it happen. Brought to you by Tallapoosa River Electric Cooperative.
Memories are priceless. That mom's trip you've been talking about, flights, hotel, concert tickets, not so much. But that's where Max Credit Union comes in. Whether it's a weekend getaway with friends, front row concert tickets, or finally taking that trip without the kids in tow, Max has lending tools to help make it happen. Go make the memories. We got the rest. Max Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply for qualified borrowers.
Looking for the perfect lunch or dinner? Make it easy and delicious with Honey Baked Ham. Enjoy savory crafted sandwiches like the Ham Classic, Barbecue Smoked Stacker, or the Tavern Club, as well as a variety of fresh, crisp, delicious salads. Every bite is a taste of quality at Honey Baked Ham Company. Whether it's a leisurely lunch or something quick for dinner, Honey Baked Ham has you covered. Stop by the Honey Baked Ham Company and get your ham on. Honey Baked Ham, located at 1451 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
Ham bone, ham bone, ham bone.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
You're listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9 FM, WTGZ Tuskegee, Auburn.
This is the Tiger Communications Sports Report, brought to you by Auburn University Credit Union. I'm Jack Myrick. Back in April, a total of 74 Auburn student-athletes earned a selection to the 2025-2026 Winter SEC Academic Honor Roll from the conference office. Any student-athlete who participates in Southeastern Conference champion sport or a student-athlete who participates in a sport listed on his or her institution's NCAA sports sponsorship form is eligible for nomination to the Academic Honor Roll. Equestrian led the way with 29 selections. Women's swimming and diving added 16 honorees, with gymnastics falling with 12. Men's swimming and diving totaled 11 selections, while men's basketball with 4 and women's basketball with 2 rounded out Auburn's honorees. Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. has been cleared to practice fully. Head coach Kevin Stefanski said after Saturday's 34-6 preseason win over the Indianapolis Colts, Stefanski said Penix will be able to do 11-on-11 team periods for the first time since undergoing left ACL surgery in November. Penix had only been in individual work and 7-on-7 periods since OTAs in the spring. Penix has had 3 ACL surgeries, tearing his right ACL twice in college. The Falcons are currently preparing for their final preseason game on Friday against the Miami Dolphins. Don't forget, your home for the Falcons is Tiger 95.9. And the Atlanta Braves broke their 2-game losing streak last night in the Little League Classic to salvage a win from their weekend series with the Milwaukee Brewers by the score of 4-2. Atlanta would strike first in the second inning as Mauricio Dubon would hit a ground rule double to score
score the first run of the game. Milwaukee would tie things up in the third inning as Jake Bowers would single in a run. The Braves would retake the lead in the fourth as Sean Murphy would drive in a run on a infield single. Then in the sixth, Michael Harris would step to the plate and deliver that would be the winning run.
Runners at second and third. First pitch swinging and a slow roller up the first base line. That's going to be kicked and booted by Vaughn, and the Braves score a run. The Brewers blinked defensively. Vaughn charged in, couldn't play the bounce cleanly, and clanked it right off the glove. So the Braves put the ball in play, put pressure on the Brewers, and that's twice now that the Brewers have blinked.
The audio is courtesy of the Atlanta Braves radio network. The Brewers would try to rally in the eighth as Luis Laura would triple in a run, but then in the ninth, Michael Harris would send a big fly over the right field wall to seal the win. The Braves now get set to return home for a series against the Los Angeles Dodgers starting tomorrow night on AM 1230 WAUD. I'm Jack Mark, and this has been your Tiger Communications Sports Report, brought to you by Auburn University Credit Union.
Auburn University Credit Union is partnered with Care Humane Society for the AUCU CARES debit card. It's free to you, and each time you swipe the card, AUCU makes a donation on your behalf. It's a win-win. For more information, visit myaucu.org. AUCU is federally insured by the NCUA and an equal opportunity lender.
You're listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9 FM, WTGZ Tuskegee, Auburn. Whether you're leaving work, cruising around town, or listening on demand, we've still got some fun left for you. To be part of the show, give us a call at 334-887-3401 locally or toll free at 1-888-9-TIGER-9. Auburn's first and Auburn's favorite sports talk show has been on the air since 1995 and is ready for 60 more minutes of fun. Now, let's get this hour of Sports Call started.
Third and final hour of Sports Call beginning right now. Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, the Tiger Communications app, and streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at Sports Call Auburn. Brian Lavoie, Tom Peavy, Jack Myrick, and JJ Jackson with you here today. Again, later this hour, we will get to our best and worst of the weekend. But before we do that, we want to get into our conference previews, and some of these will take longer than others. We are going to be doing the group of 6 today, kind of combining them into one. We will go through the other four, the other four conferences throughout the rest of the week. I think we'll go with the Big 12 on Tuesday, ACC Wednesday, Big 10 on Thursday, and SEC on Friday. So as we look into the group of 5 last year, or now group of 6, last year was group of 5. It was a banner year for them, getting not one but 2 teams into the postseason. Both Tulane and James Madison were able to get in due to the fact that Duke won the league won the ACC at 8-5, was not ranked, and obviously suffered 5 losses. Lost to the very Tulane team that made the playoffs. The rule changed this year, and I'm quite frankly not a fan of it. It states that the ACC champion's going to get in, period, and or that the Power 4 champions are going to get in, period. And I think last year proved the very reason why we had the prior rule. Duke did not belong in the college football playoff, period. And I know some of you are going to argue that James Madison or Tulane did not, but you still have to incentivize the winning of your conference championship at some level. And like I said, Tulane beat Duke. So that's a pretty hard 1-to-1 to try to make and say that Tulane wouldn't have belonged when they so clearly beat the ACC champion. And then you also had the James Madison part of it. We know James Mad for a couple years now has been winning at a high level. They've produced multiple different coaches. And James Madison, did a really excellent job. Their only loss in the regular season was a 2-score game to Louisville, who ended up being a 9-win team. So, anyway, we rehashed that to say not going to see 2 group of 6s in there anymore, unless there are 2 undefeated teams that rank high enough to get in, one at large, one as the automatic. But that's how they kind of short-circuited that. So you look around, and I think you kind of go a little bit by each conference, and you say, who interests you the most out of those leagues. And also kind of wither away at a couple of conferences that are very unlikely to produce the group of 6 representative. For example, I think Conference USA and the MAC, in my opinion, are the 2 most unlikely leagues to field a playoff competitor. They have just not been up to snuff. I think Conference USA just full of teams just now getting to the FBS in recent years. And then as far as the MAC, they had their run. Northern Illinois had some years in there, Western Michigan, when it was coached by P.J. Fleck. But the MAC has not been able to find any semblance of stability with any of its programs for a while now. So I would highly doubt, guys, that Conference USA or MAC produces one of the teams we look at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the MAC, probably Western Michigan, maybe Miami of Ohio, MAC-wise. And then, when you're talking about Conference USA, I mean, you're talking Liberty.
Liberty, maybe, yeah.
Maybe Jack State, maybe Western Kentucky from that. But none of those, like you said, really make you think like, yes, playoff caliber teams. I agree.
Some do like Liberty. I should say that, but I think that conference is so weak. I think it is the worst conference.
Sure, but that's the thing is there's so many better group of 6 teams out there that could actually compete for playoffs that are not in those conferences, and I'd be stunned if anything came out of those 2.
I'm looking at Conference USA, and again, this is out of the ESPN College Football Preview magazine that I'm showing off here and Delaware. A team that they're highlighting to watch.
Go Blue Hens.
Which
interesting.
I don't know that I've ever read that
Joe
sentence
Flacco
before.
running out of the tunnel?
I don't know that I've ever read a sentence like that before, but I wanted to give credit where it was said, but in large part because returning quarterback senior Nick Minicucci started last year on the bench, and only because of a starter with injury, his 3,683 yards were 6th most in FBS. So shout out to the Blue Hens for that one, who went 7-6 a year ago and capped their season off with a bowl win over Louisiana. Only their 2nd year in the FBS.
Yeah. It's just that league as a whole, certain reputations built into everything, right? And when you're coming from the FCS, there is an element to it that you've got to do something meaningful in the FBS before you get it. Because even James Madison, they're a recent FCS to FBS arrival, but they've already done something very meaningful, and that has helped a couple of those Sun Belt programs. Coastal Carolina did it a few years ago, where they had a more immediate impact than some of these CUSA teams have. If you're looking CUSA real quick, since you brought it up, I've really liked Tyson Helton for a long time at Western Kentucky. He has been very stable for them, 57 wins in 7 seasons. They run that air raid stuff, and sometimes it's just a very effective offense if you can get the right personnel to run it. They did have 2 quarterbacks last year rotate, and one of them is back, so he'll be the starter this year. So, again, anything can happen. You start to get 1, 2, 3 losses. Some of it, though, is that you also look at the schedule. And the unfortunate thing for Western Kentucky is, they don't have the right kind of non-con. And what I mean by the right kind of non-con is having a Power 4 team that you can hang with. Like the right dose of respectable, but you can hang. And they have to play both Georgia and Indiana. And so Western Kentucky's probably going to lose 2 games by 30 or 40 points, Right. And that's just going to be really hard, even if they run through Conference USA, because they're going to have to take a lump or 2. Lord, if they hung, which, again, I don't think they will. If they lost those games by 14, 17 points, I think you're having a different conversation. Or they had one of those games and lost it by a couple touchdowns. But the fact that they're going to have to take 2 huge hits, makes that unattractive to me. On the Liberty schedule part of it, they in their non-conference have a very notable start to the year. They play James Madison. So that's a really good opportunity if Liberty's going to come out of the gate. And then also, they play Ball State in the MAC. They play Gardner-Webb, an FCS team. It's pretty and then they play Coastal Carolina. It's pretty strategic that Liberty does not play a Power 4 team. And we wonder how that will be evaluated if they get up to 8, 9, and 0, something like that. Do people still knock them for not having a Power 4 opponent, or do they respect a really good record? So some of it, to me, I hate to say you don't want to completely hide from the Power 4, but you also don't want to have to play one of the 5 or 10 best teams in the country. And like I said, Western Kentucky is going to do that times 2. So if they end up winning the league, we know they got 2 blowout losses in all likelihood. It really can't put that team in the playoff, can't rank them. But if Liberty can hide behind a weaker schedule, they might be able to get some benefit of the doubt despite not really playing anybody. So part of my calculus on that would be why Liberty would have a chance. But again, that's Conference USA and MAC, and I'm not very convicted in either of those conferences. I think Mountain West, Pac-12, AAC, and Sun Belt are far more likely to produce the group of 6 champion.
And I trust your lead on many of those things when it comes to Group of 6 football.
Jack, what do you have on mind?
Yeah, for me, the Group of 6. I mean, it's kind of like the wide open one, just because there's so many different teams. Obviously, for me, they're always going to come to mind is just Boise State. That's just the one that's always seems to be up there. They have, speaking of their schedule, I know that they have Oregon week 1.
Yeah.
And if they can at least put up a good fight in that game and then take care of business the rest of the way, that could be a good piece for them to argue to get into the playoffs. Like if they lose by 1 score to Oregon, because I think they lost 1 score the year they got in, if I recall, either 1 or 2. It might have been 10. But
yeah, it was that Genty year. They lost to Oregon by 3.
Yeah, so it's like if they can just do that again against arguably an even better Oregon team, then you could see them being that team that gets in for me. But yeah, I like what y'all mentioned with Liberty. Obviously, look around at other schools that just across the nation, because I think one that I've seen some kind of weird hype for, like two teams really, is like New Mexico and UNLV as kind of some quiet teams. Because UNLV had a good run there for a little bit until they ran into the whole NIL issues with their team, and I think that really derailed the progress they're making there. But now, they have Jackson Arnold, and if he can put it together, because I do believe that he has the talent. I just think he was such a mental player that's what set him back. You have a talent like that, and Dan Mullen's head coach could be a team that could be, looking to get in come, playoff season.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned UNLV, because they are one of the 2 or 3 teams I'm targeting overall to potentially make this playoff. And I know some eyes probably rolled when you said what you said about Jackson Arnold. But I agree with you, and here's why. Dan Mullen's a better coach than Hugh Freeze is.
Way better.
So, I get the mentality thing, hard to break, but Dan Mullen's going to give Jackson Arnold a better chance. And, if you think it can't be done, Hugh Freeze fixed Malik Willis. so at Liberty, you can fix people at this level when they're a little smaller, not quite as fast, not quite as big and mean and ugly when they're sacking you after you hold on the ball for 4 or 5 seconds. So, I think that there is a real chance there that they can win this league. UNLV last year, Dan had already fixed them offensively. They were scoring 34, 35 points a game. It's just that they gave up 28 points a game. They were not good defensively. So my question becomes, and I really no way to answer it right now, what can they do defensively? Now, they have, by the way, guys, if you're not interested in NC State, Virginia, or North Carolina, TCU, the next best game in week 0 is UNLV, because they play Memphis. That is a very meaningful group of 6 game. Remember last year I touted Boise State and South Florida, and I was like, hey, guys, this is important. Boise State coming off of Genty, got Maddox Matson back at quarterback, who they have again back this season. That game's important. Want to see what Boise looks like without Ashton Genty. Want to see what USF looks like. See if they're a dark horse. Well, USF, smacked them around. Told us that Boise State was not it. Now, South Florida did not end up getting the job done quite either. losing a couple of their key games in close fashion. But that game showed us who Boise State was. UNLV Memphis will probably eliminate one of those two schools, who I both think are viable enough to be talked about. That's an important one. And so I'm going to be staring to see what Jackson Arnold is looking like under Dan Mullen and what they do. They won 10 football games last year. They already went to the Mountain West Championship game last season in year number 1 under Dan Mullen, losing to Boise State, who is now no longer in that league. So UNLV is interesting. Their other non-con, if you are curious about it, they do play North Texas. North Texas usually, up and down in the AAC. They got Akron, who is, of course, is in the MAC. And they got Cal. And Cal is the exact type of Power 4 team I'm talking about. Cal's not bad. Sagapulitele, their quarterback. Really quality quarterback. They changed coaches there. Cal could be a bowl-eligible team. Probably should be a bowl-eligible team. But that does not mean UNLV could not beat them. So if UNLV could beat them, you say Power 4 win, 6-win type team. It's that good little gray area for, okay, that's not nothing. It's just not a lot. But you didn't, you looked the part, in other words, playing that type of game. So I do think UNLV is on my list, short list of 2 or 3 teams that could get it done this year.
If you're looking at just Pac-12, does one loss get you in?
Well, let me first, real briefly.
Well, I guess depending on who the loss
Let me
is.
real first briefly remind everybody who the new Pac-12 is.
Yeah.
Boise State, Fresno State, San Diego State. They're all coming from the Mountain West, as is Utah State and Colorado State. You got Texas State coming over from the Sun Belt, and then you got your holdovers of Oregon State and Washington State. I think, from what I've evaluated, to answer your question, Tom, I think the national media is properly evaluating that the Pac-12 is not special, that it is around the level of the American or the Mountain West. And so I think they have the same variables that a good Mountain West or good American team is, where one loss, you're going to have to look around. What was that loss? Did they lose by 40 to their top 10 team? Did they lose to a 7-win Big 12 team by a field goal? That it will have to be more than just like when we say an SEC team, we know one loss, you're making the playoff period. Sure. 2 losses in general, unless you're Vanderbilt last year, making the playoffs. Same with the Big 10. So I can't give a blanket waiver for a one-loss Pac-12 team.
And the reason I ask that is because, you're talking about Boise State, but the other one to watch out for in that conference is Fresno.
Sure.
Now, Boise opens at Oregon. Fresno opens at Southern Cal.
Yeah.
But what that could mean, though, is if you look at October the 10th, Boise plays at Fresno.
Yep.
That could be an extremely big game if either of these teams are able to run the table outside of week 1. We're just going to assume that Boise's not going to beat Oregon. Fresno is not going to beat Southern Cal. I mean, you just kind of have to figure that.
Right.
There's the real chance that both of those teams could run the table the rest of the way, except for when they play each other. So that's where, between Boise or Fresno potential, we'll see. My team is Navy. Navy is the one that I think stands the best chance of anybody of getting in. You look at their schedule, there's only one really, really tough game, and that's Notre Dame.
Yep.
And that's October the 31st, Halloween. But I mean, they open against Towson. They've got Florida Atlantic. They got your UAB Blazers at Air Force, but Air Force has not been really very good. Tulsa. At UTSA could be interesting.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Owen McCown's back at UTSA this year.
Texas San Antonio on that one. Then they follow with North Texas, a game that they lost last year. Navy only lost 2 last year. One of those was to North Texas, but North Texas is
everybody left for Oklahoma State.
Right.
Like the whole roster, whole coaching staff, everyone's in Stillwater.
And then you got Notre Dame, which, I mean, that's going to be an L. Temple, Memphis, Charlotte, and Army.
Right. I like it. I like because they don't play Memphis. Like you said, the UTSA game's interesting.
The UTSA
Yeah.
game is that's
They don't play South Florida.
That is their equivalent of the North Texas game last year.
Sure.
Which they lost.
Yeah.
11-2 season, but they had the loss to North Texas and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I think you flip North Texas this year with UTSA as probably being the other one outside of Notre Dame that could trip Navy up. But if they get through UTSA, there's the legit chance that their only loss is to Notre Dame. And so I think that's why a lot of people are really looking at Navy as the midshipmen as being that team that could sneak their way into the playoffs.
The American's up for grabs, man. Like, in general, you ask me what's the best Group of 6 conference, I still say the American. But transitional period.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way around it. Tulane, bye-bye John Summerall.
Yep.
South Florida, I think you can figure that out. Memphis, bye-bye Ryan Silverfield. North Texas, who moves on and does not have name escaping me, Eric Morris.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one more. I think I'm forgetting one. I think there's a fifth school that lost a coach. But you've got
then North Texas is their quarterback either transferred or
Messemaker.
graduated.
Messmaker's at Oklahoma State.
Followed the
Messmaker,
coach.
that's right.
Yeah.
Followed the coach.
So-
So they lost their coach and top quarterback.
So you've got the four, I don't want to say the four, but I would say 4 of the 5 most prominent AAC jobs are not or were occupied or not occupied, and they had to replace somebody. And so I don't know what's happening in that league. Navy, to your credit, to your point, is the most stable team.
Sure.
Coming with what they've got coming back from last year.
Fourth-year coach, a whole
Right.
bunch of experienced players coming back.
And, the Notre Dame game is this simple. Are they going to win it? No. Don't lose by 40. You're as a triple option team, you are better equipped to do this. Get your first downs, milk the clock, lose by 17. Make a game of it. You don't have to win it.
Right. 49-10 last year.
See,
That's
make that 34-14, 31-17, something like that. Just do a little bit on both sides of the ball. Because you're right, their schedule sets up well. The whole American, because you even said, if Tulane with Will Hall is now their coach, I don't know if they'll be good or not. Well, they don't play. East Carolina could be better.
Right.
They won 9 games and retained their coach. They don't play him. So Navy has a really good run of it in the AAC. Also you mentioned Boise State a little bit earlier too. Maddox Madsen's still their quarterback. Again, he was the quarterback on the Genty team. He was also the quarterback last year when they went 9-5. They play Memphis week 2. So see, Memphis has 2 really important games against UNLV and Boise State. If Memphis won the 2, that's a huge trump card in the group of 6 2 weeks in to beat 2 of the more prominent programs right now in the group of 6. And so, we talk about how people schedule and just the vast difference in a Western Kentucky who's got to play Georgia and Indiana, a Boise State who's got Oregon plus another good group of 6, and then someone like Memphis who is playing a couple of the top group of 6 programs but not really flirting. I don't think they have. I'll double check. I don't think they have a Power 4 program this year. They do not. They have UNLV, Arkansas State out of the Sun Belt, Boise State, and UT Martin. That's intentional. How many years did Memphis play Ole Miss or play Arkansas or somebody like that? And now they're not playing a Power 4 school. And I don't think that's just from the Power 4 end of it, like, Memphis is kind of feisty. I don't know if we want to play them. I think that's them saying we want these wins, or we want to play against the other group of 6 teams, try and beat them and show we should be in the playoff this way. I think it's a changing dynamic with those teams. And, Memphis has Charles Huff now. Again, Silverfield moved on, so there is that bit of ambiguity. But Charles Huff's a good coach. If you've been following along with him for several years,
Marshall, Southern Miss, all the places.
He's a quality coach. So I don't think that they're going to stink. I think they'll be good. I just, those are some pivotal games for them very early in the season against UNLV and Boise that go a long way. They though have to play at Tulane, at South Florida. What's Brian Hartline going to do at USF? and Will Hall at Tulane. I think it's interesting, and I just want to see if anyone can dominate these Group of 6 matchups. I don't expect you to dominate when you play a Power 4 team, but do we have another team that can go undefeated in their conference and win their non P4 non-conference? Because 11-1's great in theory, but I even see Boise State, with their schedule, they've got like Oregon State and Washington State, because they've got these, they got it's Pac-12 and it's 8 teams, so you're going to play everybody and have 5 non-cons. Do they even make it through the Pac-12 undefeated? Is it, as you said, a one-loss team? Where are you at? Because Fresno on their side of it, we'll spend a minute on them. You mentioned the Southern Cal game, but they'll go at Washington State, at San Diego State. And they'll actually, believe this or not, scheduling quirk, I don't know exactly. I'm going to double check to see if any other teams do this with that league. They look like they are. You want to hear this really? I've just stumbled upon something.
Stumble upon more.
I bet the average person didn't know this. Let me check San Diego State, see if they do it too. Yeah. There's a team you play twice in the Pac-12. Welcome to basketball, friends, on the gridiron. So Boise State will play Utah State twice. That's fine.
Okay.
Fresno plays San Diego State twice.
Wow.
Home and away. They'll play them October the 17th and November the 28th to end the season. You've also got, let me check. I was going to see I bet Washington State and Oregon State play twice. I was going to check that. Yeah, Washington State play. So here's what it's written, though, and maybe someone can. I've stumbled upon this, but maybe there's a caveat to it. It says flex for the second game. So like Oregon State, Washington State, October the 17th. And then November the 28th, it says flex. I wonder if that's going to be reseeded on like conference standing or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to read about it. TP from Orlando might know this. I don't think he's listening right now, but that's an oddity with the Pac-12 where they're going to play someone twice rather than play 5 non-conference games. Or maybe they're going to treat that one as a non-conference game and only recognize 7 when you're playing 8, because the ACC does stuff like that on occasion. But
math, man.
Do you guys want to make a final prediction on your Group of 6 participant? You want to save it for playoff next week when we do?
I mean, I'm sticking with Navy.
Okay, Navy
I think Navy's the toughest out of all of that.
Okay.
And schedule works out better.
I have no prediction to make, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be basic. I'm just going to go Boise State.
Boise State, okay. I'm hovering around UNLV, and I'm interested in Memphis.
I was going to say go New Mexico. Go New Mexico.
New Mexico, the argument for them, we didn't really talk about them. You brought them up, but their defense was much better than UNLV's last year.
They do have Oklahoma, I know.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough. It's like week 3, I think.
Gosh, Navy. I might do Navy. I don't know. I'm going to chicken out and say next week. JJ didn't even give it. Didn't say anything. I'm between Navy, UNLV. I don't think. I didn't even think about James Madison still. I don't know if Billy Napier year 1. Napier did a great job in the Group of 5. That's the thing. He did a great job at Louisiana. That's why he got the Florida job. But now I've watched Billy Napier at Florida for multiple years and been like, I don't know about him anymore. So I don't know. I've got some clutter, but Navy entering the chat is a big deal. I think they can pull off a big season. All right, let's take our first time out of the hour. We are going to say goodbye to Jack for the day. Jack, appreciate you being here today, sir. We'll see you again later this week.
See you then.
Myself, JJ, and Tom will continue on for Best and Worst of the Weekend. Coming up next on the Monday edition of Sports Call Tiger 95.9.
you want to join our conversation? Tweet us your thoughts on Twitter at SportsCallAU.
Weather brought to you by Auburn University Credit Union. Looking for the best credit card rate in town? The rate on Auburn University Credit Union's MasterCard starts at 7.9% APR. That's right, 7.9% APR. For more information or to apply, visit one of their 3 locations or myaucu.org. Annual percentage rate. Auburn University Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender.
High temperatures today will be right around the 90-degree mark as we see mostly sunny skies. About a quarter of the area could see an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Lows will be into the upper 60s, maybe around 70 overnight. Tomorrow, most places will not get to 90 degrees as we start a trend of days into the mid to upper 80s. So tomorrow, upper 80s across the area and a bit wetter. We will see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms develop into the afternoon and evening hours. Around 40% of the area could see some rain with lows right around 70 degrees. I'm Ryan Lavoie for your Tiger Communications weather update.
Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory is here for you when you need us. With locations in Lee, Chambers, and Tallapoosa counties, serving the people of East Alabama and West Georgia since 1900. A family-owned and operated business, skip the hassle of the big corporate mortuaries. Our kind, compassionate team members are standing by to assist your family in the hardest of times. An on-site crematory, private cemetery, and a choice of facilities makes Frederick Dean unique. Visit us at frederickdean.com.
This fall, tune into savings at Jimmy's Car Stereo. With crisp autumn air and cozy drives ahead, make your rides even better with our top-of-the-line car stereos and accessories. From boom and bass to crystal clear sound, Jimmy's has the perfect upgrade to make your vehicle the ultimate fall soundtrack. Plus, make sure your football tailgate playlist is the best sounding on the plains with a new system from Jimmy's. Visit Jimmy's Car Stereo today at 908 Opelika Road in Auburn or online at jimmyscarstereo.com. Jimmy's Car Stereo, serving the community for over 30 years.
Weekdays from noon until 3 p.m. Join Tilly the Elder Emo for Flashback Lunch and all your favorite alternative rock in the afternoon. Only on Tiger 95.9 and on the Tiger Communications app.
For over 20 years, Auburn Reprographics and Supply has been your trusted source for printing, scanning, and managing wide format blueprints and building projects. But I'm here to tell you there's so much more. Multiple printing options allows Auburn Reprographics the versatility to provide full-color, inexpensive posters to signs, banners, fine art, and canvas prints to include vehicle graphics for your mobile media advertising. Come by our office at 660 North Dean Road in Auburn and trust our experience and local business relationships at Auburn Reprographics. We look forward to earning your business.
The summer heat is here, and the best way to make sure you stay cool all season long is to give May Refrigeration a call. When your AC goes out or needs maintenance, May Refrigeration's technicians are trained and equipped to handle anything that comes their way. And don't forget, it's never a bad time to get your heating system checked, especially when you aren't using it. Give May Refrigeration a call today at 745-COLD. That's 745-COLD. So for quality customer service that you can count on every time, May Refrigeration, proudly serving the Auburn and Opelika area.
Looking for a new fitness home? Look no further than Tiger Iron Gym in Auburn. Our fitness area spans over 20,000 square feet, providing ample space for all your workout needs. Featuring an AstroTurf training area, an extensive range of cardio equipment that will get your heart pumping, and we are one of the largest 24-hour free weight gyms in America. Worried about parking? Don't. We have you covered with tons of parking spaces so you can focus on your workout. And we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year to fit your busy schedule. Plus, we're locally owned and operated, not some big corporate gym. And you can experience all of this for just $29.99 a month with no contract. Join us today and take charge of your fitness goals. Tiger Iron Gym, South College Street in Auburn.
Are you looking to buy or sell land in the Southeast? Southeastern Land Group is here for you. With over 20 years of experience, we specialize in farms, ranches, timberland, hunting properties, and recreational land. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a first-time buyer, our expert team offers personalized service every step of the way. From listing to closing, we make the process simple and smooth. Ready to make your move? Visit selandgroup.com and find your perfect piece of land today. Southeastern Land Group, your trusted partner in land sales.
most in-depth coverage of your favorite high school football team is on Tiger 95.9. Listen to the High School Coaches Show live from Waldo's Chicken on Tiger 95.9 each Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Join me, Brooks Childress, and the rest of the crew as we sit down with all the local high school coaches to go in-depth with their teams. Join us live on location at Waldo's Chicken in Auburn, or order their delicious food to go and listen to the show online at Tiger.fm or on the free Tiger Communications app. It's the High School Coaches Show live from Waldo's Chicken Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. on Tiger 95.9. Brought to you by Waldo's Chicken, May Refrigeration, Kim Drive, East Alabama, Auburn University Credit Union, Fairway Auto Brokers, and Southern Union State Community College.
I'm Corey Grant, former Auburn football and NFL running back, and you are listening to Sports Call on Tiger 95.9.
Welcome back. This is the Monday edition of Sports Call on Tiger 95.9, the Tiger.fm, and the Tiger Communications app. Ryan Lavoie, J.J. Jackson, and Tom Peavy continuing on with you here. As we get towards the end of today's program, we will get to best and worst of the weekend here in just a little bit. But before that, let's take another phone call on the Sports Call phone line, 334-887-3401 locally, or toll-free 1-888-9-TIGER-9.
Anthony from Auburn.
Anthony joins us. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I'm good. You guys?
Doing all right.
Doing great.
Man, I sat there and watched that Auburn High game. Was it Hewitt Tressellville?
Yes, Hewitt Tressellville.
Yeah, Hewitt Tressellville.
I'm going to tell you, the only thing that saved Auburn High was that weather delay. Had it not been that thunderstorm, those guys on the verge of probably scoring 100 points. That hour and some change of having that delay cooled things off and settled things down a bit. Gave Auburn High a chance to go in and regroup and get on that old chalkboard, if you want to say that, and draw some plays up and strategize, because those guys were scoring points at will, was clicking on all cylinders, and that rain delay slowed that offense down for them.
Yeah, what was crazy is I looked at the clock and it was 7:03, and I knew the game time was 7 o'clock, so I flipped to the TV station that game was going to be on. And so, all right, so kickoff was at 7. 7:03, I turned to the game, and Hewitt Tressellville was on the 1-yard line going in and scored. I'm like, how in the world did that happen so fast? And then they immediately got the ball back on a turnover and scored a couple plays later. So, yeah, it was 14-0 before anybody could even break a sweat. And, yeah, it was looking like it was going to get ugly, but Auburn clawed their way back into that, tied it up. And but, yeah, their defense has got to figure some things out because, yeah, Tressellville was just running up and down the field on them, making it look easy.
And even after tied up, Tressellville still scored 2 more touchdowns, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Auburn's defense really struggled against Hewitt Tressellville.
Well, I tell you one thing. We talked about this last week. It'll be October before they come back to Doug Sample, right?
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
For Auburn High, come back to Doug Sample.
Yes.
I tell you one thing. They may have a new head coach by then. If they're going to be out on the road all the way till then, not going to be at home, not going to have that home crowd behind them, and they get out on the road and lose, start dropping games out there, then they very well may have new leadership by the time they make it back. That's a long time to be on the road. And you just start the season off with a loss.
We'll see. You don't normally hear high school coaches getting fired mid-season because
it's really tough with their teaching position and just the legality of making that happen.
Yeah, so yeah, it's usually don't hear that.
Well, this is a new day now. Everybody want to win. That's all everybody want to do is win. They don't care how they win. They just want to win. So it's the first time for everything. I mean, they can remove him from coach and just let him stay there and teach. I mean,
no, that's fair.
They can do that
yeah.
to the year out with. That's a possibility.
No.
I put it to you like this: if he embarrassed him enough, you get the wrong person embarrassed enough. Whoever the person in Auburn that calls the shots for Auburn High football, I don't know who that person is. I could guess, but whoever that person is, you get them embarrassed enough and get them upset enough. Somebody's donating a lot of money, and money talks. Then anything's possible. They run him out of town like anything else. They won't care.
Yes, sir.
Get to that point. But I tell you, I think it's going to be a long season for them. They done already started off on the wrong foot, and then you got a gauntlet, road warrior type schedule. You got to run like some kind of team and ain't got no kind of respect. You got to be on the road that long before you get back and play a home game in front of a home crowd. That's almost unheard of. That's like some little team, like a Division II team or some kind of team that's going playing these homecoming games. Like you have these college teams years past that are out on the road playing all these games to raise revenue for the program, which they had to do. They didn't have no choice. Had to be on the road like that. Maybe 7 games on the road and then have 3 or 4 home games and spend 8 games somewhere on the road like that. So some programs had to do that. Didn't have no choice. You know, have 1 game at home in August, 2 in September, and then get 1 homecoming in November. A total of 4 games at home and out on the road the other 8 weeks. I tell you, y'all high on them or whatnot, but we'll see. But I just think this going to be a long season. I tell you, 40 years ago, I was a sophomore at Auburn High School, and I think we went 3-9, I believe, in 1986 under Coach Randy Nichols.
Mm.
We sure did. We went 3-7 is what we did. We went 3-7. Exactly what we did, 3-7. And it could be that time. It could be that time again.
It would be shocking. I mean, Auburn High is preseason ranked very, very high in 7A. So it was really kind of shocking that they lost that game. But yeah, they need to get some stuff fixed on defense. That's for sure.
Well, I tell you this, preseason ranking is not going to play a game for you. It ain't going to line up. It ain't going to put the jock strap on. It ain't going to put that uniform on. It ain't going to line up. It ain't going to look in the eyes of that guy in front of you either. It ain't going to block at him. It ain't going to tackle him. It ain't going to growl at him. It ain't going to snort, and it ain't going to spit.
There you go.
That's just somebody's opinion. Them games got to be played on the field. And this team was undersized. I even called my brother and told him, I said, this team was way undersized. Auburn High looked like a monster team compared to the team when they lined up. Hewitt-Trussville was definitely undersized at every position, if you think about it. The line was so undersized. But yet they dominated them anyway. So what's going to happen when they meet boys that their size are bigger, that are talented, more talented than this team, can line up and whip them? I mean, what are they going to do with those guys? You tell me that. What are they going to do with them?
Well, if they don't whoop them, they'll get beat again. So, yeah, they got to get it figured out.
They ain't nothing to figure out. I'm going to tell you something about a football team. A football team is built during the off season, during your strength conditioning programs, spring training. But the bulk of the work is done when you're lifting those weights in January and February. That's where your team is actually built at. And then it carries on to spring ball. And then by the time you get to the old tour days I like to talk about, that's when you fine-tune everything. But if you ain't built the team back then, you can forget it. They ain't going to find nothing during the football season. Probably not. I highly doubt it. We'll see how these next games go. But if they drop, I would say, 3 of these roads. They got, 4 games on the road or 5?
Yeah, I believe it's four straight.
4 straight games on the road. We'll see how that works out. If they goof all those up, you can just forget it. That season's going to be down the drain. I almost believe that they're going to goof that up then on the road. I mean, you hardly see anybody go on the road 4 weeks in a row and come out 4-0 out of that or 3-1. I just don't see it. I don't think that's going to happen. If they can get 2-2, that might work for some people. But I just don't see it. And then when they get back, they're going to be, playing Opelika or somebody?
Yeah, probably so. I don't have the schedule in front of me.
It is Opelika. So, yeah, they're playing Choctawhatchee out of Florida. And then they've got 1, 2, 3 road games, including at Central of Phoenix City, before they come back home and play Opelika.
Oh, man. Well, I can tell you right now, that team out of Florida may very well be talented just because it's a Florida team, and they're just a bevy of talent in Florida. I'm almost guaranteeing they got blazing speed like you ain't never seen that Florida team. And then you're talking about playing Central and Opelika. Most likely you're probably going to lose them 2 there. I mean, you got to fight them all the way from the time before the game start all the way to the end. I mean, so that kind of those 2 games, that could go either way. Those big rivalry games like that, Central and Opelika, them 2 of the biggest rivalry games Auburn has ever had on the history of Auburn high school football. Them 2 kind of games there. So I don't. We'll see what Opelika has this week. Who Opelika got?
Hoover.
We'll see what the Opelika does. We'll see how they respond after being in the finals last year. Come up a little short, but they come up short period, way short. But we'll see what they do. Central, Central lost to Thompson, but that was Thompson, so I ain't gonna get on Central too much because Thompson's just been the bell cow of this area, of this league, the last 10 years it seemed like, trading championships between Central. So we'll see what goes on next week.
Thompson is nationally ranked right now.
I want to ask you something. I thought about this the other night. Now, when they pick this national champion in high school, they actually play a game, or they just somebody just go and vote who they believe whatever team's done well over so many period of years or whatnot. How does that work?
They definitely don't play a singular game against each other. It's like Max Preps has their national champion, and they just do their preseason rankings who they know are going to be the top teams, like Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas and Thompson here. And you've got Carrollton in Georgia and Buford, Georgia. They know what these teams are, and then they just kind of gauge what they do throughout the year and crown a national title. So it's kind of just I don't want to say fictional national champion, but a mythical national champion, because whoever, Duncanville, Texas is not going to play head to head against Bishop Gorman to try to figure out who the national champion is. So that's just how that goes. But those are going to be, they kind of already have the idea on who the top teams in the country are, and then they just kind of see what those teams do.
But wouldn't it be something that after all the state championship games are played, that they would come back and you got north, south, east, west region and pick probably the two best high school teams out of the whole entire region, and let those 8 teams go in the playoffs and see who could be the champion?
Yeah, man, I'd love to see them be able to do so. I'd love to see like IMG Academy play against Bishop Gorman, or IMG play against the Baylor School in Chattanooga that has Peyton Manning's kid as a backup quarterback, that has that big-time running back that has signed a big deal with Tennessee. Yeah, I'd love to see those head-to-head, but, it's just a lot of times you're just not able to do that. So you just kind of have to take it for what it is.
Well, what would it take for something like that to happen? I know you got to have some money, but
TV.
I'm sure you can get TV on a game that big. That's just no problem.
Well, no, ESPN does it. ESPN sometimes does some of those games, but you can't get everybody together. You might see like De La Salle versus Bishop Gorman, and ESPN will throw that one all over their network to try to show that one off. But that's just one game. You're not going to be able to get, it's not really feasible to get like IMG against Bishop Gorman or any of that. You just can't really make that work out.
I don't know. Maybe you probably could. Maybe you could, like I'm saying, or maybe at least get the top teams in the South. All right, maybe get the top 2 teams in the South to go at it, or something, and get some kind of regional title for the South, and then the North and the other regions do the same thing, or something, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. Because I don't think money be a problem. Because you're talking about doing anything like that, I'm pretty sure the people in this community would raise the money. If they knew Auburn High had a chance to go and play Buford or go out to Texas somewhere and play a team for some kind of regional title or either national title, I don't think it'd be no problem with raising money.
Well, and the thing is, Auburn's done it. Auburn has played IMG just in the last couple of years.
Right.
They've played IMG Academy, so these happen.
But it would be nice to see something like that. It'd give the high school boys a little bit more to shoot for.
Yeah.
And this day of all this money circulating, I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised in the next 10 years or something like that don't really come to pass, because so much money is circulating now, and a lot of these other states are starting to pay their athletes. I think state of Georgia doing it? Are they paying high school athletes yet? Or Florida or somebody?
I don't think the high schools are paying them, but a lot of these players are already
the rules
signing.
allow it, is what I'm saying. The new rules allow it.
Well, no. The high schools are not. The high schools are not legally able to pay players. Or
Certainly
anything.
not public schools.
No, not public schools. Now, maybe private schools have something different, but what it is you have guys that are seniors that are already signing big time NIL deals in college. Like we just talked about, the running back from the Baylor School in Chattanooga has already signed a $6.5 million deal to go sign with Tennessee. And he's
Where does he get the money?
Where is he getting the money?
When does he get the check?
Well, now that I don't know.
When he plays for them.
I guess when he finally shows up to Tennessee and starts collecting the money.
Oh, but he's already signed for $6 million?
Well, he hasn't signed. He is committed to Tennessee, but
it's committed, and there's $6 million on the table.
Agreed to a deal.
He has agreed to a It's roughly $2 million a year NIL deal, $6.5 million overall. To just be committed to Tennessee, and he's like the number one running back in the country, and he's a monster.
Well, he might as well go to Tennessee. Ain't even looking no further unless somebody want to give $3 million.
Well, he turned down Texas Tech, Ohio State. Somebody else was offering a bunch of money, and he decided to stick close and go to Tennessee.
Well, he in the right place, going on with Rocket Top, and he can play that Rocket Top every time he score a touchdown. He can dance, and the crowd can go crazy. And Reba McEntire can come out there at homecoming and perform and whatnot. Loretta Lynn used to do that when she was alive and in good health or whatnot. But he can do that, and hopefully he'll invest that money, get that old ETF and index funds. This would be the time to put 80% of that money in that, and then take the other 20 and do anything you want, I would suppose. But at least 80% invested, and go ahead and enjoy that 20 in the way you see fit. But this is the time to do it. Yesterday I was riding around downtown Auburn, and I saw a football player riding in a brand new Corvette convertible, top of the line. That must have been at least an $80,000 to $140,000 car he was riding in, or whatnot. So I see what he did with his NIL, but I tell you, he might be having fun in that thing now, but that's a big mistake. That money needs to be invested, and a $20,000 car would be just fine. But everybody got to make their own decisions for themselves, though. But I tell you what, I have sat down plenty of nights with a legal pad, just dreaming of what I would do with a windfall like that as far as investing money. But guys, I appreciate it, and I'll be calling back, and we'll make this thing do what it do during this football season. And y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too. That is Anthony from Auburn joining us on the Sports Call phone line, and that's going to do it for the program today. We'll have to get to best and worst of the weekend some other time. Tom Peavy, thank you for being here today, sir. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Absolutely. Sammy Coates breaking the streak was going to be my best, so there you go.
Absolutely. J.J. Jackson, thank you for being here, sir. We'll see you again soon.
Ryan, thank you for being here, man. It was a lot of fun. War Eagle.
Absolutely. That will do it for us here on this Monday edition of the program. As always, we appreciate all those that tuned in and called in. For J.J. Jackson, Tom Peavy, and Jack Myrick, my name is Ryan Lavoie. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
When it comes to important money matters, you matter most. At Mid-South Bank, we're a place for you to put your loyalty and trust. That's why we offer products and services to make your banking chores easy and convenient for both your business and your personal needs. Come in today at 519 East Glen Avenue or visit bankmidsouth.com to find out what the friendliest, most helpful bank in town can do for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
TK's Convenience Stores are your one-stop shop from Auburn to the Lake and Tallahassee to Tuskegee. Offering friendly service in a clean environment, there is sure to be a TK's located near you. Stop by on your way to and from work or school and pick up everything you need, from beer, soft drinks, and fresh hot coffee to food, snacks, and ice cream. Plus, automotive and household products, pet food, and an ATM in every store. Just look for the orange and blue Starburst sign and stop by your local TK store today. TK's Convenience Stores, they're your one-stop shop.
Looking for great deals while supporting a great cause? Visit Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store, conveniently located on East University behind Zaxby's. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 until 5 with a huge selection of furniture, clothing for the whole family, books, home decor, and so much more. Have items to donate? We'll gladly accept donations at the back of the store from 10 until 4. Shop, donate, and make a difference at Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store, where every purchase helps change lives.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue,